Uh, uh,
We are live. This is Baron and Sadist. We're going to be talking about the lovely topics right here that Baron Yam written down.
Poop to the scoop. Topics: subterfuge, psychology, and cohabitation. Since it seems like we gotta, I guess we gotta keep talking about this because I guess people aren't understanding.
Yeah, sounds. That's what it sounds like to me. From what you were
It's
telling
like
me.
it's like history just repeats itself, repeats itself, repeats itself, repeats itself.
I agree. Sometimes, sometimes,
That's a.
sometimes you got to shoot the lame
Uh,
dog.
Speaking of which, it's like I made a shout out to Ghost or Guru to Ghost on my channel. Your guys' live stream was interesting. It was interesting, and I have just to say to it, I'm proud to be Asian. Proud to be Asian. What up? I'm
Right?
Asian. I'm proud
Blazing,
to be
right?
Asian. I'm Asian. I'm
Yeah.
proud. Yeah. Yeah. And it's about time that somebody said it. Quite like Garuda Ghost says it. I do like how he talks. He's like, man, you are Tico. You are so right, man. And it's like, even though I agree with you, man, it's kind of hard to agree with you, man, because I'm from Islam. Oh, but you guys, oh, that's so cool how he was like, I'll take up the Islamic side of the tearing into stupid people doing stupid shit, and then you're like, I'll take up the Vedic side of tearing into stupid people doing stupid
Yeah, I'll
shit,
even
and you
take up
guys,
the Christianity. Like I'll take up the Christianity. I'll dump on anybody because I know all the religions the
yeah,
same. Yeah, it's like I
yeah,
know them all equally in and out. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, that's not how this is supposed to work, Tim. So I'll turn
pretty
on
much,
anybody. Yeah,
pretty much, yeah,
especially because my
and
daughters are Jewish and I had to learn that whole entire faith.
that would be, yeah. I just remember I had a really good friend who was Jewish who I played soccer with, and then his mother passed, and then I remember going to the funeral because it's like has to be the body has to be put go through the funeral process not long after the person passes.
Yeah,
That's like the
very true.
tradition, and so
Yeah, they
it
have to
was
get
like
it in the ground as soon as possible.
yeah,
You can't really cut into it because that'd be disrespectful to the body. So all that
uh-huh,
cutting into it, they basically end up what they end up doing is basically taking a CT scan of the body and going from there for all intents and purposes. Unless it's like something that's like, unless it's something where like they were like brutally murdered and they're basically trying to figure out how they were murdered or something like that. It's like where it's like something brutal and they basically need like a piece of evidence from the body to basically determine that they're murdered, brutally,
mhm,
viciously murdered. That's the only way to let you cut into the body, and very rarely do they even let you do that. So basically, you end up taking a CT scan of the body, so you won't desecrate the body.
mhm. Now, like, is that them acknowledging that there's like some sort of human law or jurisdiction where like investigating that supersedes the disrespectfulness to the body.
Well, yeah, it's basically a religious thing, and it's like a religious belief because like in some parts of the Christian faith, they say your body's your temple.
Yeah.
It's the same concept in the Muslim faith. Your body is your temple for all intents and purposes. So if you desecrate it, it's almost like how it's basically think of it like the best way I could put it to you in in any historical terms would be mummification. They respect the body so much they wrap it and they basically lay it with stuff so it can make it to the afterlife intact for all intents and purposes. The best way I can describe it to you. Um, is pretty
Okay.
much the best way I can describe it to you. Yeah.
Okay. What about because I know you're into psychology and one of the topics I guess would have to be feminism on this channel for a short period. I mean, you could say the beginning of it was more focused on like traditionalism and chameleons
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But I guess just recently, I guess we've just had to be talking about it for some reason. I don't call it, just people's or not people's, but the way that ideas are I guess set in stone for the most part. And with the whole feminist thing, I think that people lose the psychological uh like component of it because they think about feminism as like these individual feminist people when really it's
Mhm.
more just like if you know the adage, like, people don't have ideas, ideas have people. It's one of those things where, like, you can't really in this day and age, you can't say that you know for a fact that there are that people who don't identify as feminist. Like, that's almost like impossible to do, because you have trad cons, you have liberalism, you have all these different classifications of like women on the who in this idea spectrum. Like, there is even a thing like people can just choose to be
Flat
one.
already as a trip. Sorry about that. Let's put the fun back in funeral.
Yeah, but to sum that all I'll say is just, like, people think they can choose which ideas they believe or not,
Mhm.
like verbally or consensually. But a lot of times you're not really, you're kind of forced into something,
Oh,
into a way
definitely.
of how you grow up, or something like that.
Yeah, you're always forced into something for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Like the sad part about that, you never really get to fully experience a lot of the stuff that you talk about.
Right. I actually posted
Like
that on
you
New
never
Era.
actually really get to
Sorry.
fully. What I mean by that is you never really get to fully understand, or get to really fully explore the stuff that you really want to do. Basically, people who, like your parents and society, basically live vicariously through you. So you never really get to do the full range of stuff, because they put these labels and they put these things on you, so you can actually make it so. So
So
it
you're
makes it so
channeling
that,
it all the
yeah,
time.
they're channeling all the stuff through you. Basically, you're living their lives. They're living their lives through you. Like a good example is all the dads that they were basketball players in high school, so their son's going to be a basketball player, or they were a football player, their son's going to be a football player. The list goes on for all intents and purposes, and that's typically how that works. A lot of kids fall into this trap. Even the kids in the hood. Like a lot of times, a lot of the kids don't play basketball because they really want to play. They play for the hope to actually make it, or any of those sports, basically for the hope to make it so they can make it out of the hood. That's pretty
Yeah.
much the one shot out of the hood. Is typically how they look at a lot of that stuff, and that's pretty much why a lot of black kids play sports for all intents purposes, so they can have that shot out of the hood. If you ain't gonna be playing any type of ball to get out of the hood, you're probably gonna be rapping to get out of the hood. It's typically how that works for a lot of them in the neighborhood. Even though they probably can do other things to get out of the neighborhood, they typically it's like they live for other people, or they live for other. Here's the thing. Here's what I mean by that. Like a good example of that is, like, if you ever notice the black people in the neighborhood, they buy things. They don't buy things because they like it. They buy things so they can floss for other black people. Just like women, they buy things so they
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
floss for
Pretty
other
much.
people. It's pretty much how it
Exactly. Yep.
works. That's the best way I can describe it to you. Like, and that's pretty much how
Well,
all that works.
you said that that's how they work when they're doing a specific thing. But,
Mhm.
like, if you were to talk to a black person and they say, "Well, I know people who are not like that," that's the
Okay,
exception
that's
to
an
the
that's an
that's the
exception to the
exception to the
rule.
rule.
That's pretty much
And
how it
that
really is.
what that exception does is it actually proves the rule that not all people are like you.
Yeah.
And that's something I think people get caught up in, is they like stick to some like preconceived belief, which then it sounds like a logical fallacy
Well,
when
and
they're like sharing it
here's the thing with a lot of people, because like I always talk about it like this, because people will say, well, you're in a vanilla relationship. No, I'm not. Vanilla relationship, the actual definition of vanilla relationship would be any relationship that's taking place in this day and age. Open relationships, gay marriages, lesbian relationships, dominatrix relationships. That's pretty much what vanilla relationships are in this day and age.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. My relationship would be an exception to the rule, because how many people out there do you actually know are in one as long as me, and not have to worry about looking over their shoulder? Don't worry, I'll wait. Like my age, that is. I'm not talking about your mama's age or your grandmama's age. I'm talking about my age. Like, don't worry, I'll wait. Like, and that's typically how I feel about it. And it's one of those things where, like, people always try to twist things or try to make words. Like, and the neat thing about it, the thing I love about stupid people is they'll take and they'll try to use somebody else's saying, and they don't say the whole entire saying. They usually use part of the saying so they can legitimize their stupidity. That's typically how it works.
Uh,
Um, And I love people that do that shit. Like, okay, now finish the saying, because you're going to sound stupid when you finish the saying. It's kind of like what Carlos Mencia said: finish the thought, finish the thought. That's pretty much what it is. You're doing for
Yeah,
all
oh,
purposes.
it's like rap with like the half bars, the half
Yeah,
bar technique. It's like
yeah.
to make yourself sound smarter or sound more put together or sound like it. And I'll see it a lot with the memes, or not memes of people, but inspirational stuff that people put up. It's
Hmm.
like they always pick and choose what somebody famous said or something just to make them sound cooler or sounds more smart or sound like more intelligent. And
Yeah, and the
I
sad part
just like
about
it's
that,
not doesn't work.
black people corner the market on that shit. African Americans corner the market on that shit.
They're
And
so good at words, yeah, spelling out things, but it's just like it doesn't. To me,
and
it doesn't
and
it
and you
doesn't
think about a
coalesce.
large majority of the African Americans, they have the potential to succeed in life, but the problem is, do they want to? It's simply how it ends up working for a lot of them, which is sad. But at the end of the day, very few actually succeed in life outside of actually rap music and playing any type of sports. Most of them actually come up through sports or rap music for all intents and purposes, are singing, which is actually, I mean, if that's your stick, that's your
True,
stick. If that's your gift, that's your
true.
gift. Do it and use it to your
Yeah, yeah,
ability,
yeah.
your best of
Right,
your
right.
abilities. If you don't have that gift, at least practice it, or take up the time to actually go practice what you do to actually come out like to come out better.
Right,
And the thing that I
right.
love about, and the other thing that I love about stupid people is like they basically will turn around and try to say like you're dumb, but the fact of the matter is you're actually, and the thing that I love about, especially Red Pill Dusty, dude, you signed a contract with a record label. I actually own a recording studio. Big difference. That's actually a record label. So big difference. You actually got signed to one. I actually own one where I actually work with actual artists, and I've been doing this for many years, where they record stuff in there. And on top of that, I actually the studio actually doubles as a almost like a Miramax studio where you can record scenes at it too. So I've been doing this for a long, long time. Your ass is just now getting coming up. So when you actually own your own record label and record studio and own your own studio, period, then come talk to me, pimpin'. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go.
That
I'm gonna
reminds
go.
me, man.
I'm gonna go
That
as far as to
reminds me.
say the same thing I did to Black, not Black Pill, MGTOW Dictionary. When you get 2 gold press plays and you get 4 silver press plays, come talk to me, nigga. Then come talk to me. Because at the end of the day, you ain't got that, you'll never get that, and you'll never be on my level, nigga. And I'm just keeping it 100. And it's typically stupid people like that. They always try to make themselves sound smart, and they sound dumb as hell. Yeah, blood, this blood. Oh yeah, blood. You sound like a slow
It's
ass dumb
blood,
fuck.
blood.
Yeah, you
It's
sound like
like
a slow
Dracula.
ass dumb
It
fuck.
sounds like Dracula. It's
You
like
literally sound like a
Dracula.
dumb. You sound like a dumbass motherfucker. Basically, you sound like you got hit with a bunch of fucking bricks growing up, and that's all you can say is fucking blood. Yeah, blood. Yeah, blood. Yeah, this blood. Blood. This blood. Yeah, you sound like a dumb fuck. My children who don't really speak English got a better vocabulary than your dumb fucking ass. It's that simple. So I'm gonna need
Well,
you to up
that
your
reminds
fucking
me. That reminds me.
vocabulary and
I
actually get
actually,
more intelligent and actually read the books that you claim you actually read, and maybe you'll better your fucking English. Because at the end of the day, the difference between me and you is I speak 16 languages. English not my first one. I speak it way better than you dumb fuck.
I just speak English, but that reminds me. I took the Myers Briggs test, and it's not it's introverted, extroverted. It's intuition and or IN or IS. It's intuition and sensing. Then it's thinking and feeling, and then it's judgment and perception.
Yeah. And the sad part about that,
Those are the
his dumbass
things.
couldn't even pass a Myers Briggs test.
Well, because in the instructions at the very beginning of the test say there are no right or wrong answers, and if you
Mm-hmm.
approach it like from a biological perspective, all the women who you like mate with or something you would consider to be like at the top of a hierarchy or a distribution or something. When
Mm-hmm.
it's like, look at the bell curve. Most women fall in the goddamn middle.
Yeah, most women fall in the middle. The men either fall in the intelligent side or the dumb side, basically. Most men either,
Yeah,
men fall on the outskirts of it. Women fall smack dab in the middle. So if a woman is actually intelligent, it's pretty much shocking for all intents and purposes, if a dude's actually intelligent, you pretty much had to beat the odds to get there. Because most motherfuckers are just dumb, and his dumb ass happens to have an IQ below room temperature. So we're not even going to get into that right now. Anyways, and it's just stuff like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to lay to plant a seed here because it just seems like they're getting back to what I was talking about earlier with the whole ideas have people. It's hard to actually think your way out of a situation when you're I guess
In
like
a situation, or you
when you're
or you
actually in it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard to think your way. The sad part about that, it's kind of like what they say about if you're looking for something. Good example is that if you're looking for something. If you're looking for something and you're very frantic about finding it, you're probably going to overlook it. And the sad part about that, you can see it with kids a lot, for all intents and purposes, when they say it's on your dresser or it's next to your dresser. I don't see it. I don't see it. And the sad part about that is like they're not really looking. They're not really. It's
yeah,
not the fact that they're not paying attention. It's the fact that their mind is not focusing on that object that they're actually looking for. They're more or less they're mentally already told themselves they can't find it, so therefore when they look over it, they're not going to find it. That's typically how that works psychologically. So
yeah.
if you hear your
Well,
kid keep on saying I can't find it, tell them to knock it off and just keep looking.
well, I don't want to discuss like Dusty because I feel like he's still a work in progress or it's still a not like a ended issue or not an ended story with him. But the reason why I thought about it today was because a friend of mine, he won't understand the fact when I keep trying to tell him that so I think I mentioned it on one of the other live streams, but it's like their parent their his girlfriend's sister is pregnant by this dude and she's living with him and his family. And then like her family just keeps did or my friend is pissed that his girlfriend is pissed because she says that he has no say in their issues or anything, like anything about their sister or whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
keep trying to tell him, dude, you can't be upset if you have no place in their family because you have no place in their family.
Yeah, like you can't be upset about what they got going on in their family. It'd be basically like if a dude's living in a woman's house, like somebody was, that's typically why he had to move. Um, if somebody's living in a woman's house, you can't really be trying to make rules in a woman's house for all
You
intents and
can't.
purposes. You
You
just
gotta
can't.
either follow the rules or if she wants you out, then you gotta get out. That's just
And the sad part about that, if she really wants you out and she wants to move on, your shit can be out there on the curb, and hers doesn't
in a
happen.
matter of seconds. Like
Yeah.
you could
And the
literally
sad
do
part
it.
about that,
Like
she
you
ain't
could
even
pull
gonna
it
put
off
it
in a
out there.
night.
She just gonna just toss it off the fucking window like she ain't got no fucking sense. That's typically how a lot of people work. And that's typically the type of women
Exactly.
he dates. And the sad part about it, he talks about, well, I date the cream of the crop. Yeah, the cream of the crop for the fucking hood. Who wants to date a
Yeah,
hood
and that's
bitch?
the thing.
Like, look,
When she
and the sad part about him is
yeah.
the thing that
Sorry,
the thing
but
that
it's
makes me
like when
laugh
she
about him.
mhm.
Huh? Go ahead.
When she notices that all you see is ass and tits, she internalizes that and she can use that to her advantage. Basically, that's the only thing that she can use to or no, she takes advantage of the fact that that's all you see because there's other parts of her that you're just in the crib,
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
you know,
And
like
the
you're
sad
just
part about that,
chilling
the sad part about this nigga tried to use a bunch of excuses for why she
with
didn't
her
move with them.
insanity.
Yeah, the sad part about that, this nigga tried to use a bunch of excuses why she didn't move with them. Meanwhile, we pretty much know why she didn't move with them because she didn't really want to be with his dumb ass. That's simply how that works. And like I always
So
talk
if
about
you're
this
the
when it
first
comes to
to
women.
initiate it and the first to end it, then shit, she was never. I mean, she was never invested in you in the first place.
First
It
damn
was
place,
basically
for
like
real.
a,
Yeah, it's
it
pretty
was
much
like
how
a
that works.
hiring. It was like
It's
an
pretty much
arrangement.
you were just hired to do a fucking job. Well, no, better yet, we're gonna go with Rollo Tomasi's saying, or is it Rollo Tomasi, or is it entrepreneur in cars? It was just your turn, pimp. It was just your turn.
But you know, like Tico, you haven't experienced life yet. You haven't actually experienced
I'm older than this
uh,
dumbass.
a DS dynamic. So Tico,
I'm older
you're
than this
just
dumbass.
Tico. You're a bit, dude. You're some bitch ass nigga, Tico. God
Yeah, I know.
damn
And
it.
the sad part about that bitch ass niggas is the one that say bitch ass shit like that. That's typically how that works. He's basically he's just mad because I called him out on his BS and I embarrassed him in the live stream. That's all it the fuck is. That's typically all that shit is. I embarrassed you in the live stream. You don't want to accept it, and I called you a bitch nigga to your face in the live stream, and you can't accept that, and you're upset about it. Now you're internalizing it. Now you're upset with me. Like I always say, if you're upset with me, that sounds like something you need to work on yourself, pimpin'. I'm not upset. I'm not going to apologize for you being upset for something that your ass need to work on. It's that fucking simple. This is not how it works at the Tico channel. Well, Tico is mean to me. I'm mean to every fucking body. Welcome to the fucking club. Grab a fucking ticket and stand in line, you dumb bitch. That's simply how I feel about it. Like, I'm mean to everybody. Everybody can get it equally. Hell, Black Pill Radio has gotten it from me several times. Successful Endeavors has gotten it from me several times. Hammerhand's gotten it from me once or twice. Red Pill on Steroids has gotten it from me once or twice. Yam has even gotten it from me.
I've even gotten it from me.
Yeah, Ram has even gotten it. Double I's gotten it more than once. Shit, trust me, everybody gets treated the same. I don't treat anybody with no special preferential treatment. And if you feel as though you need preferential treatment, then you're a bitch. You're a bitch to me, and you need to get your ass out of my fucking face. That's typically how I feel about a lot of that stuff. You ain't gonna be a bitch in my face. How about, well, Tico, you were wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. I was right. You're just mad because you can't accept the fact that I'm right and you're wrong. The faster you figure that out, nigga, the better off we'll all be. I don't care if, and the sad part about that is, no, you're not welcome back because I don't want you back because you're a bitch nigga. I said it on live stream. But instead of actually talking shit on me in DMs to other people, how about you send me a DM so we can actually do this fucking this debate on my channel on Sunday? How about you make that happen, you dumb fuck?
Man, I was busy. I was too busy to actually bring this up earlier, but it's just like the fact that we have to keep talking about it now shows me the level.
He's a simp ass nigga.
That shows
me that he's a simp ass nigga.
Well, yeah. I mean, him individually, he is a simp. What up, meatbags? Him individually, but it's like I think simps are more like, you can point out simps. I mean, you can't be going around here talking about feminist, like this person's a feminist, that person's not a feminist, because that's just like, to me, that's impossible to actually argue, because I mean, technically all women are feminists.
Yeah, or women.
All women are feminists.
Feminists or womenist, basically. And the sad part about that womenist side actually came from me. So I can actually form my own ideas. This is typically why I run by my damn self. And everybody pretty much either follows suit or makes videos that got bigger channels than me on the shit that I actually talk about. I don't follow them, they follow me.
I didn't even, to me,
I've talked about this so fucking often, where I make a video about something and all the bigger channels start talking about it like they don't know who the fuck I am. Yeah, you'll hear, I ain't gonna say their names. You'll start hearing like all these bigger channels that got like 30,000 views, 100 and something thousand views, 40 something thousand views, 12,000 views, talking about the same shit I'm talking about after the fact that I talked about the shit. That's simply how it works. And it usually falls like anywhere between about a year to about 6 months, sometimes 3 weeks. Matter of fact, I actually heard a person make a video 2 days after I actually made that video. And the sad part about that video was actually that video was in the workings for like about 4 weeks to a year. That's pretty much how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So like all my shit is planned out from jump. This is typically why if I get a strike on my channel, I can still upload videos, because I have videos that are hidden for all intents and purposes. Just for that reason, if I ever get a strike and I have to take a sit down for a week, I can still upload videos for a week because I planned this shit. Because like I said, all my videos are anywhere between 4 weeks to a year old, basically, and they haven't came out yet, or they don't seem to fit a certain narrative, or something hasn't came up for me to actually want to put the video out, so I save it for a late rainy day. Simply how it works. So I plan this shit out in advance. My channel's been planned out in advance. All my channels are planned out in advance, and I'll have a little over 20 channels that got content that get uploaded regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, my travel channel got content that get uploaded every day. Both the photos one and the actual videography one. My anime channel gets stuff. My anime channel, my Japanese Spanish anime channel gets stuff uploaded on Thursdays and Sundays like clockwork. every fucking Thursday and Sunday, nonstop, no break, no intermission, no season break whatsoever. It just runs all the way through. Hell, my child channel has stuff uploaded on it every fucking day. 5 programs uploaded on it every fucking day for children, for the Spanish community.
Yeah.
This channel has stuff uploaded 2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'd always see those notifications in my comment thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me and Ira, my channel. It's funny because I've heard comments from my subscribers that tell or people who tell me like how they view my channel, and it's always interesting how someone, you said it once in one of your live streams, you're like, people wouldn't be commenting if they didn't believe that was true about you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. It's like that it may be true, but if you're happy with your channel, like what you've made, then you shouldn't be in a rush to like try to alter it or change it, because there's
No, you should never
people
be.
who do that when they
Never.
delete all their videos and stuff, and then they just like, and then they try to ghost or something.
Yeah. And the sad part about that, I don't take down videos. I leave my videos up. Only way them videos are coming down unless they get strikes on them. That's the only way my videos are ever coming down. So if I talk shit on somebody, that video stays up. That's it. I'm not taking it down. I don't care. I don't care if we squash the beef or not, that video will still stay up to remind you that I ain't nothing to fuck with. You might take your videos down, but I'll never take my videos down. I'm still going to be talking shit in that video.
Just kind of shifting gears,
likes and clicks and views.
Because I know this is an important topic too, because it's like the red pill community is not even reflective of what it was like last year, even, or like any amount of time.
They got like, the sad part about that. The problem that I have with the red pill community, I actually talked about this last year. I actually made a video about this last year on my channel about being disappointed in the red pill community and how it's actually coming up and stuff like that. And everybody sounding iffy and everybody sounding like pickup artists. Everybody trying to sound like, trying to sell you shit, or what I refer to them as snake oil salesmen and shit like that. And it's shit like that just blows my mind whenever it happens. Because like I've always said, I don't give a damn what happens with this channel. It's always going to be a free channel. I don't give a damn if I got 1 billion subscribers. It's going to be a free channel. I don't give a damn. It's going to be free. And that's simply how I feel about my channel. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to preach a message. That's typically how I roll. So you'll never see no fucking PayPal or no Subscribestar or no fucking super chat shit on my channel at all. Patreon, you'll never see none of that shit on my channel because I believe the message is to be told, not to be sold. It's that simple. And if I could do it for free, do it for fucking free. Why don't you? What's up, Mega Man?
Yeah. I mean, usually when you're getting paid, it's because you don't want to do something.
Oh yeah, whenever you're getting paid, like you get paid for 2 reasons. Like my granddad always said, if you do something for a living, if you like it, you'll never work a day in your life. Typically, a lot of YouTubers, even though they're getting paid on YouTube, they get burned out and they quit. They take a break, and you can typically tell that they don't actually like doing it. If you have to take a break from doing it, if you have to take a break from actually doing it, then it's not something that you enjoy doing or like doing. That's typically how I feel. Like the sad part about that, I've been posting red pill content for 14 years straight, every fucking day in and day out.
Yeah. So then, like
I've never once took a break, unless I got a strike. I never once took a break.
If I take a break, it's gonna feel weird coming back. I wouldn't even come back because I would realize that I never liked doing it.
Yeah. Anytime
but to me, I've tried to quit and I can't stop. I just like
anytime you don't see me upload a video after like 1 or 2 days, or after 1 day, if you don't see a video uploaded on my channel in a day or in like 12 hours, a nigga's in YouTube jail. Basically, that's typically how that works. That's the only way I'm not going to be uploading videos. But the sad part about that, like I said, I've actually learned to plan ahead and actually have videos in reserve just in case shit like that happens. That's simply how it works.
It wouldn't. It's not even sound that hard. It doesn't even sound that hard to do.
Because if you look at a lot of my videos, they'll say it premiered today. Meanwhile, if you actually go look at when it was actually posted, that shit was posted like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 6 weeks ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, like shit like that. So I actually have shit planned. Shit has already been planned.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and the sad part
No, I
about that,
mean,
my most watched channel is my library channel, where all the content actually literally comes from. Every single content from the anime to the children's thing to the red pill stuff, English red pill, Spanish speaking red pill, the um the Arabic stuff, the uh the Arabic stuff, the Albanian stuff, the Hindi stuff. All that stuff literally comes from that channel. Unless it's a live stream, then it comes freshly from me. But typically, the live streams are basically me doing it in Spanish, now turning around and doing it in English. Typically, how that works. So all my live streams are basically already done in Spanish, and then I turn around and actually flip them in English.
yo, you would say though that red pill has become like sort of like a religion in and of itself, like
Well,
in certain aspects.
I wouldn't really call it a religion because I don't really
Why
like
not?
referring to that. I would say it's
Mhm.
more it feels more of a philosophy. Well, no, I would say MGTOW is more of a philosophy than Red Pill is. Red Pill's an idea, a very good idea. Um, it's an idea. It's that idea that starts a spark for all intents and purposes, if you know what I mean. So it's one
Mm.
of those ideas that sparks a sparks other people to actually join and come and you know come and join in and actually go and do what they need to do and speak their truths for all intents and purposes. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, one red pillar, two red pillar, three red pillar, and it just multiplies.
Yeah, like a spiritual awakening
It,
in
it,
a,
it pretty much
to
it
put it
pretty much
myself.
multiplies like um fungus spores for all intents and purposes. I hate to call it fungus spores, but pretty much that's pretty much how it works. It literally multiplies in a
Yeah.
fungus spores is the best way to describe it. And then on top of that, yeah, that's actually a pretty good way to describe it because
Well, it's one thing
because
to say.
fungus
It's one
at
thing
the
to
end of the
say
day,
like
fungus actually varies depending on the species. So
yeah,
when
okay.
when a red pill spark actually happens, it multiplies into many different spores. Those spores go off and actually replant other things, and then you get like the MGTOW community. I mean, the MGTOW philosophy. You'll get the bachelor lifestyle. You'll get the free agent lifestyle. You'll get the all these different things and what they call it. You'll get the internal status. You'll get the what's it called other philosophies too. That's spawned out as the herbivore men. The the what is
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
called? And
exactly. I
what is
get
it called?
exactly what
There's
you're
a
saying.
there's a
Hmm.
group of men in Arab. There's a group of men in Arab countries that basically practice the same thing, but it's not called MGTOW or red pills, called something else. But basically, every country has their own niche on what they actually. Every country and every group and every single ethnicity and culture basically adds to the red pill philosophy, and it makes it bigger based on what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do.
Hmm.
And on
Hmm.
top of that, you also got the monks. So you got those
Yeah.
guys. They're a different brand. I mean, don't get me wrong. They call themselves MGTOW monks, but at the end of the day, once you actually think about it, they're a branch of their own. They're their own branch. Once you get technical about it, and that's typically how that
Hmm.
works. Um, and it's
True.
pretty much
Yeah.
how, yeah,
Exactly.
because it's
That's like almost like even like you
that's
have
like trying to
like
compare. That's like trying to
the
compare.
Western hemisphere, Western context of like MGTOW monk and what exactly that entails. That's nothing like what MGTOW actually is in
Yeah,
other cultures. It's
yeah.
completely it's completely unique
It varies,
in
and
and of itself.
the neat thing about that is when you actually get into it. A reason why I say even though they call themselves MGTOW monks or they call themselves monks, they're their own separate branch for the fact that think of them like Buddhist monks. Um, they typically practice what they preach every day on a day in and day out, and they don't ever stray from the path. This is typically what those people are. They're basically would be equivalent to like Buddhist monks. Um, Now there are people who try to take the title who don't deserve it and try to use it and end up getting found out about, and we got to put them on blast now. But typically, all the ones that actually say most of the ones who actually say they're monk are actually monk. There are some that'll come up that you'll be looking at them like, yeah, okay, nigga, yeah, I highly doubt that, nigga. Come on now, don't play with me, nigga. You acting like a straight fool right now. That's literally how I look at him. I sit up there on me mug. I'm like, nigga, come on now. You ain't no damn monk. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Where you be talking reckless in this fucking live stream. You ain't no fucking monk. Like, and it's typically stuff like that. Like they do have monks They do have monks in the manosphere, but the sad part about that is at the end of the day, it's more so. It's more so. I'll always say monks will always be their own branch.
Yeah, I would say because like you got certain people who are actually Sweet Padre, or there's certain Latin community MGTOWs in the Latin community who are like you could say like, oh, he's like a good representation of a monk.
Yeah, because I think what
Yeah,
the thing about Sweet Padre that people fail to realize is Sweet Padre actually literally follows the Spanish manosphere to a T.
yeah, he's
Um,
really good. He's
he
really
follows
good at it.
the Spanish manosphere to a T. The sad part about that is because even though he does English speaking content, he can actually do whatever he wants, but he's very respectful to the Spanish manosphere, and he typically follows the Spanish manosphere to a T. And if and a good and the thing about it, I can't remember if he ever told me he was actually a monk or not. I can't remember if that ever actually came up in topic, but if he actually is a monk, he literally is a monk because he literally if the Sweet Padre was to tell you tomorrow that he's a monk, he literally is a monk because he comes from the Spanish manosphere, and if he says that shit, we would look down on each other if you're MGTOW and you're because typically how it works in the Spanish manosphere, if you're a MGTOW, you're a monk. Pretty cut and dry. Once you think about it, that's pretty much how it works in the
Yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
manosphere. If you're dating, you're if you're dating in a Spanish manosphere, you're pretty much
Well,
red pill.
yeah. If you knew about it before a certain point, then you actually have, I guess you have more of a conscious choice whether or not to go monk or not. But like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're just learning about it right now, it's hard to like have the monk sensibility, I would say, because
Mm-hmm.
like for me, I've only been learning about Midtown the Redfield for like a couple of years or something. But I'm learning things very quickly, but I still don't feel like I'm like at the point where I could like actually
Yeah.
actually say that for myself. I mean, I don't know because I don't know what exactly. I don't know how much I'm going to be tested or something in the near future. So I like leaving my options open in that aspect.
Yeah.
But it's like with the analogies that I hear a lot more used because I like your analogy is the machine analogy. Like people like to still quote the Matrix. They still like to go for the simulation
Mm-hmm.
stuff to describe it, and the way that you put it, almost like there's no really adaptive way of or there's no really adaptive I guess like arm or tool that like a machine can use unless you're talking about like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like when a machine is
Basically,
laid
the way
in
I
laid in
describe it,
motion.
basically, is nothing
Yeah.
more than I take the psychological approach. Um, because I come from psychology field basically, so I take the psychological approach on everything that I say, and it's one of those things where I literally like think about it, then I think about it, then I actually say it. Um, it's pretty much like Jordan Peterson on Hot Seat for all intents. Think of it like a black Jordan Peterson on Hot Seat.
Who's like always in a riot.
Oh,
Like,
only, yeah. I'm pretty
always
much
in a
black.
riot.
I'm pretty much black Jordan Peterson on a hot seat in the middle of a riot while shit is being tossed at him, and he's basically shooting everything down. That's typically how I approach a lot of this shit, from a psychological standpoint. Um, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that or get that when I pretty much simplify. Well, Tico, it can't be that easy. Well, it is. I made it that easy for that reason, so people can still follow. And that's pretty much what I pretty much do. I make it simple. I make things so simple. Like it's like pretty much the best way I can describe it to you is I said this in another live stream. I pretty much like think of the manosphere like this. You got people over here talking about you would never be anything if you're not this tall or got this money or look like this or this that and the other and this that and the other and this that and the other. You got those motherfuckers over there. You got the motherfuckers over here talking about you know
You can do
talking
anything
about
as long as you dom the girl out, as long as your
yeah, you
mentality is
got those
right.
goofy
You just gotta
motherfuckers
get
too.
full. You just gotta
Yeah,
fill
you
her
gotta
up.
do. You got those goofy motherfuckers. Then you got the dating coaches. You got the pickup artists. You got like the red pill men. You got the MGTOW men. You got the monks. You got pretty much the manosphere
Ghost,
at
dude,
large.
Garuda Ghost just destroyed those guys.
Yeah, he did. He sort of did.
He
Like,
just tore their asses a fucking new one. It was just amazing. It was
yeah, and
amazing. Garuda
it's
Ghost
pretty
on that
funny.
one.
Yeah, Cruda Ghost does it so laid back though. And the sad
He's
part
like,
about it, he's so
and
laid back.
man, these guys, they think that it's like they think that it's about, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I just lost my train of thought. But wait, hold on. He's like,
I'm gonna go send you a text message and shit. He gonna go snipe your
did a
ass for
shitty
that shit for
impersonation
messing
of
him
me,
up.
man.
But yes,
He did.
it's one of
He basically described it. He said that they're like pretending like they have control over the situation.
when they really don't. Because I've said that many
It
times,
convinces
and I
you.
basically take that same message that he said, and I basically simplify it. You don't have control over the situation. It's a game of chance. That's all it the fuck is. And the sad part about the game of chance, even in the game of chance, she has all the control in the game of chance. It's simply like what I said about when you go out, when women go out with their friends to the bar. When a woman goes out to the bar with her friends, she typically has in mind that I'm going out and I'm hanging with my friends and that's it. At some part of the night, after drinking and a close dancing and bumping up against a couple men and get some crunk in her system is what I refer to it, alcohol in her system basically, slowing her inhibitions. She actually decides that she's going home with somebody. She doesn't know who, but she's going home with somebody. That's typically how this shit works. So even if you get lucky, she actually chose to actually let you take her home at the end of the day. So you have no control over this shit. This is typically how this shit works. And men always think that they're getting these girls or they're always getting girls. No, she lets you get her. Like, it's that simple. She lets you get her. Like, and people don't seem to understand this. Well, Tico, well, no, because I was spitting game to her for all night and this, that, and the other. She lets you get her. It's that fucking simple. Just like she lets you have sex with her, she lets you get her. It'd be no different if, like, a good example of that is you're going out to the bar and you're spitting game to a girl and it's going good, and it's really going good. Then this lame ass motherfucker slide in here, say something slick, and now he's going home. Now he's going home with the girl that you buttered up for the whole entire time. That's pretty much the same concept as if you're dating a girl and she's not giving it up to you. That's basically the same fucking thing. If you're spitting game to a girl,
like
the whole entire time you're putting in all the fucking work. You're putting in all this fucking work, and you don't take her home.
You're trying to put
you don't take her home.
What?
That'd be no different than you. That'd be no different you dating a girl that's making you wait for sex. Same fucking concept. She controls that whole entire relationship. No matter how you like it or not, no matter if it's DS or whatever the fuck you want to call it, at the end of the day, the person who's the actual real dominant person in a relationship is the person who is letting you actually do this to them. That is the fucking power. That's where all the power lies. Everybody always talks, and the sad part about that, like, I'm dominant this, I'm dominant. No, you're not, nigga. She's letting you do that shit. She's letting you think. Like a good example of that is women in America would say this shit all the time. When somebody says, who wears the pants in the family? She goes, I do. He goes, no, I do. She goes, no, I let him think he does. And you'll hear women actually say that shit about their men, and it demoralizes them, and it actually lets you know who actually really wears the pants in that relationship. It's typically how that shit works. And a lot of guys keep on forgetting about this shit because I can tell by looking at the woman you're dating who actually wears the pants in that relationship. It's like, it don't matter if you got a DS dynamic going. I can usually tell that the bitch is actually the one that's dominant in that relationship because she's letting you do this to her. Because at the end of the day, you still need permission to actually do this shit to this person. And the sad part about that is, here's why you don't have power. Because she can stop it at any time with a safe word.
Exactly. Or she can stop it.
You don't have power.
She can
you don't
stop
have no power whatsoever
attitude.
Because she can stop it. She can stop it at any time with a safe word, or she can say, "I don't like that tonight. I'm not feeling that," or "My stomach hurts, so I don't feel like doing it that way either." It's the same thing if you're. It's the same thing if you're in a relationship with a woman and you want sex, and she goes, "I got a headache. I'm on my period. My stomach doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I dealt with the kids all day." Or my day was long. That's typically how this shit works.
Yeah.
And the sad part about that is the exact same thing that you're going through, but you psych yourself up into believing that you got all this power. But you don't. And I know you don't because I laugh about it because I pretty much know how that shit works. At the end of the day, if you can't do something to a woman and her have the power and her have the power at any given time to stop it, you don't have any power whatsoever. You are given the power by her. So that means she gave you the power, which means she actually owns the power. That'd be no different than, you living at a girl's house and you have her key. When she wants it back, she wants it back. Now you got to stay out on the streets. Pretty much the same concept. And I say all this shit to actually break it down much easier for people so they can understand it, because I realize that I'm talking to some motherfuckers that actually think they're smart when they got an IQ IQ lower than room temperature. So I typically got to break it down like this. And the sad part about that, the way I was saying it before, my son Lazo understands that without me breaking it down whatsoever, which means you're dumb.
I realized that too because you were talking with Ghost. I was like, the reason why I'm like, yeah, wow, yeah, this just makes sense because like I feel like I'm back in kindergarten and like my dad's explaining something
Yeah,
to me and I'm like, yay! I'm like, yay! Then we all
yeah.
win because
Yeah, that's
that's
simply how
what
that
my
works. And the
mentality
sad part
was.
about that is you literally have to explain this to people for that fact because they get stupid all the fucking time. And they think that they're doing this great thing or they think that they're really winning when in fact, nah, nigga, it's just your turn. Nigga, it's just your turn. You don't have any power in this because she could just turn it off just like that and it's over. This is typically why women can move on faster than men. And the sad part about that, a lot of these men that talk about how they're in these relationships don't move on that fast. They suffer from emotional trauma after those
Yeah,
relationships are over. And you can actually tell they suffer from emotional traumas after that relationship over because, like I said, if if she actually was really into you, she'd have came with you. There ain't no excuses like, oh no, I told her don't come. No, fuck you. If a woman really likes you and she's actually really into you, she'll follow you. It's no
yeah. I
different than
mean,
a
it's
black.
different. It's
It's
different than
no
yeah.
different than a black bitch busting the windows out your car because you broke up with her. It's the same fucking concept. What you mean you leave me? And she busts the windows out your car. That's pretty much how that works. It's the
Yeah,
same thing. It's the same fucking thing, but the only thing different
she
is
done
the
changed
black
up.
girl
She was
the,
so
the black
submissive,
girl's more violent
and then
about the
she
shit.
changed up.
And yeah, you done did her wrong, or she thinks you done did her wrong, and now she's busting the windows out your fucking car. That's simply how that works. And women will follow a man who they believe done them wrong or a man that they believe is trying to leave them in the dust for all intents and purposes. Because the sad part about that, at the end of the day, you never had the power in that relationship, nor were you even an afterthought because you were able to leave and her not even give an iota that you're leaving and not want to follow you. It's that simple. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
even if you tell a woman that you don't want her to come, if she really loves you, she'll show up. That's when you know a woman is invested in you. That's the fundamental
yeah.
difference. That's the fundamental difference between a lot of relationships or not. If you can actually say I'm up and leaving and she's not in tow, she's not invested in you. If you say I'm up and leaving and she goes, all right, bye,
There was literally,
she was
but there was
never
like
she was
a
never invested in you.
yeah.
That's simply how that
There
shit
was
works.
something that happened to me today. Like these couple that I was serving, they were like indecisive, and then when he went and asked her what she wanted, she just kind of like did this hand gesture, like open-handed, underhanded gesture to back at him,
Mm-hmm.
like like nigga, you brought me here. You're like, and I literally said to the guy,
Yeah.
I said,
And the sad
I
part
like
about that,
she, I like she
that's how you
physic.
know that's how you know that man doesn't have any. Uh-huh.
I told him she physically cannot decide right now. It's you. I literally said that to him straight to his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, like
And he was
literally.
just like, yeah. He was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. But then, like, it's funny because if I would have just told that girl like right now, like, all right, you gotta here, you just stay in the restaurant and tell that dude to go. That I feel like she probably would be like, okay, I'll just stay right here. No, yeah, I don't need to go back with you.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
that's
have
pretty much how
arrived.
it is. That's pretty much how that shit works. And the sad part about that is that dude didn't have the balls to actually make any decisions. He wasn't really a real man because he couldn't make any decisions because she's bitching at him because he couldn't make decisions because typically that's how that works. If you want to go, I always preference it
Damn,
like this: when you go out on a
they're
date, take a
young
woman
too.
out on
They're
a
young
date.
people.
When you take a woman out on a date and she says, "I want to go out somewhere," do you ask her where she wants to go? She goes, "No, no." Then you ask her, "Okay, fine. You don't want to go to these places. Where do you want to go? What is your preference?" I don't know. She's looking for somebody to take charge. So it's one of those things where you don't just suggest shit, you just pick it and she has to accept it. That's pretty much how that shit works. The sad part about a DS
Boy, if I
dynamic,
was in that
the
same
sad part about a
situation, I'd be
DS
like,
dynamic is even if you pick it, she always can opt out. Pretty much like any woman that we talk about in the manosphere. Like a good example of that is a good example of a DS dynamic equivalent would be okay, you were at the bar, you take a girl home, you have sex with her, she regrets it the next day, she runs to the Title IX office, now your ass is expelled from school and you're facing charges now. DS dynamic
yeah.
equivalent. Look at that. I didn't
And
have to
I
think
think
about
there's
that.
like,
That was easy.
and I think there's also that retaliation doctrine where
Oh yeah,
everything is
definitely.
seen, everything in post is always looked at with a negative
Oh yeah,
can't.
definitely.
So it's like
And the sad part about
whoever
that is,
places the charge
and the
first
thing I love
is
about
always
women,
given like precedent.
the thing I love about women who,
That's why Karens get what they want, because they complain first instead of you complaining about their bad attitude. They complain and they get you fired. That's literally how that, like, the whole
yeah, because the
Karen
sad part
dynamic
about that,
works.
yeah, they control society and they control the image. They control the image of themselves in you. You can be destroyed in a heartbeat as long as their image is not tarnished. Like she could do some wrong shit and say she did some wrong shit, but they'll still look at her like a hero. But your ass is a villain. No matter
Yeah,
what she did,
and
you're still a villain.
Man's right. I do have a glitch. But go on.
Yeah,
Go on. What
yeah, you do. Baron Yam has a glitch. Yeah, literally. And the sad part about that is things I've always found funny about that lovely thing, and when people get themselves into those messes, is they can't accept the fact that they got themselves in that messes, and they don't want to get out of the messes because they want to always be right. So they'll put themselves back through these problems. It's basically like people who do this shit and swear up and down that the relationships are great, but they've been through multiple relationships, with their longest relationship being under marriage, California marriage rules where you can take half their shit. Like, if you haven't been in a relationship long enough to be divorced and have half your shit taken, you don't have any room to talk. This is typically how I feel about a lot of people who try to speak on relationship experience. If you have not been in a relationship long enough to be divorced, if you were married long enough to be divorced and have half or all your shit taken from you, you have no room to talk. You have no leg in this race. You're no
Oh
different
yeah,
than a goofy.
can't talk.
You're no goofy. You're different. No different than a goofy ass bitch that be trying to give relationship advice to people.
Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna be MGTOW and you haven't experienced that yet, then you can't be giving out any sort of. You guys, all your content pretty much just has to be you doing your own thing. Like, to be honest, I like New Era's channel because he has a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of stuff to give to people.
Yeah,
But for another channel,
even though you're trying to throw shade on them.
no. Just his dreams, not him.
Just
Just
his
his
dream.
dreams.
I was just trying to dance
Just
his
his
dreams.
dreams.
I was just trying to pull a Tico trend on his dreams.
Exactly. Just just destroy his fantasy. There's nothing wrong with destroying someone's fantasy. If we live in
Oh,
that kind of world, it's freaking 1984, freaking Harrison Bergeron, fucking Fahrenheit 451, and there's no reason to live anymore. Like, if you can't.
oh, the funny thing about this dumb motherfucker tried to post a comment under one of my comment track sections trying to actually get a gotcha moment. He says, the irony. The minute you were doing a video talking about you don't care about people's feelings, then you upload a video talking about tap dancing on society's feelings. It's the same fucking thing. Shorter version. You dumb fuck. Here's how he realized. Here's how he realized he fucked up. Because like he posted that comment and actually was able. It actually notified me as a comment. And when I went back to go look at it, it was already deleted. Here's where you know you fucked up. At that moment, you realize you fucked up.
You
Pretty much is
fucked
what you
up.
just did. Yeah, and the sad part about that, I love people that do that shit because this is how I know people don't listen to videos when they say stupid shit like that. Then they end up deleting their comments like dumbasses. Like he posted it, then he deleted it, and it wasn't YouTube, it was him because it said he actually deleted it. When I even go look at it in the whole folder, and it's not even in the whole folder, so I know he deleted the comment. And that's simply how it works because he's a dumbass and he realized, okay, yeah, that video was the same thing. Tap dancing on people. So that's just a nicer way. That's just basically a nicer way and wrapped in a pretty bow. It's pretty much the same thing I said, nicer. It's pretty much, and the
I
sad part
think
about that is,
okay. So this is something that I think gets lost a lot is the double meaning to everything, you know. And I think, like, when you say tap dancing, a lot of people are gonna think, you know, or like I think about like being entertaining or something while you're doing it, but it's not necessarily that you're trying to entertain, like,
well,
people
no,
who are
because
watching it.
you also got to take consideration too. When I did that one video, I basically did it as Tico Trend. When I did that video, tap dancing on people's feelings, I was doing it as internal status. So I was taking a very psychological sadist approach to it. That's simply how that works.
Yeah,
Whereas I did the
I
Tico
can
Trend,
kind of
I basically
understand
took
that.
the Tico Trend approach to that one where I said, I don't give a fuck how you feel. If you don't feel about if how I don't, where basically I just was very blunt about it, and I basically was like, you know, what's his name? What's his name in the NW? I was basically I went NWA about it for all intents and purposes. Easy NWA about how I basically felt about it. And then when I did that video, it's basically done in a much more psychological, from a psychological sadist standpoint. So it was done from a sociopath or a psychopath standpoint when I actually did that video. And it's basically because people don't listen to me when I say this. Every time I make a video, I have a eat a dick video basically. So, and the sad part about that, people used to see these all the time because I used to have a nice version. Because back in the day, I used to post a nice version and I used to post the mean version. And like people who know me, who's been following my channel for a while, they know I do that sometimes. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't think I can hold on this long, so I'm gonna just upload it as a nice version, mean version. And that's typically how my eat a dick videos actually work themselves out. I always have an eat a dick video when I want to be a straight up dick, and I have a nicer version of that video. And people go, well, "That's the nice version." I hate to see what the mean version go like. So basically, I upload a mean version, which is the eat a dick version of it. And I have videos. I have videos that mirror. I have videos that mirror those videos all the time. Anytime I do a video, there's a video that mirrors that video. You may not see it, and I might need to upload it at a later date and time just because. That's simply how that works.
Well, it's like, yeah.
Every video that I post on my channel, there's another video that mirrors that video, and I'm being a dick in that video. So if you think I'm being a dick now, you should see that video.
Oh God, yeah, no, I mean, I can only like imagine something worse and like have nightmares about it. Like, oh shit, Tico just exposed me for everything. Put me on blast on the channel. Every single phone conversation is recorded.
The sad part about that, I'm nice enough not to actually put personal information out there like most trolls. I would actually repeat everything I said, you said, I said, you
said.
Dude,
that was fucked up. Like, there's so many times where, like, there's one person that we're talking about. They're like, "Oh, but you got so and so and so and so, and you can't run away from that person." And I was like, "You work at this place, and you make this amount of money." I'm like, "Yo, are you serious? Are we? I worked with this dude for like almost a year, and not once have I like delved into personal information or anything like that, because I actually trust that person, and I wouldn't do that to my friend."
Oh yeah, definitely not. I wouldn't do the sad part about it, if you piss me off enough, I will put you on blast. I would actually make a video where I actually go back and forth between myself, almost like how MGTOW on the Wind did, where he was talking shit on himself to himself with 5 different people. Yeah, I would typically go back and forth with myself on your conversation, what you said, what I said, what you said, what I said, and I would mimic your voice while I'm doing it. And that's simply how I do it. You said this, I said this, you said this, I said this, and I remember everything verbatim. This is simply how I work. And the sad part about that is, if you don't believe me, I can always post conversations that we had.
Yeah.
And I will blank out personal information and shit like that just so I can be respectful. And it's that simple basically. So don't get it twisted. And I always find it funny how people always talk shit behind your back, but they can't say it to your fucking face because they're bitches. Here's the thing, Ripple Dusty. I never actually said I was actually going to delete that. What I actually said, if you were actually paying attention and you clean out your dumbass ears, I actually said, I'll get to it whenever I can. That's exactly what I said behind the scenes. I'll get to it whenever I can. I'm busy right now, so I'll get to whenever I can. And the sad part about that is I even mentioned that the Cartel Princess said she can go through the videos herself and do it. I said no to her. I'd rather have you barefoot. I'd rather have you barefoot, beautiful, and pregnant instead of having you going through video for some dumbass motherfucker, basically. Tell me what I told her. Dead ass serious. If you don't believe me, I'll be happy to wake her up, call her, wake her up so she can get in on this and just go in on you too. That was the actual conversation. That was the actual conversation that we had. Because she offered to actually edit the shit out, but I said, no, I'll get to it whenever I get to it. I just need you barefoot, pregnant, and beautiful, basically. That's all I told her, basically. And like people say, well, now feminists would say, well, Tico, that's misogynistic. I don't give a fuck. I talk to everybody like this. My grandma gets this. I talk to everybody like this. It don't change for nobody. I talk to the priest, the pastor, the bishop, the rabbi. I talk to everybody like this. I even talked to the Pope like this once or twice when I've actually got to meet the Pope. I got a potty mouth, nigga. What? No, what you gonna say? What?
Right, yeah,
we're going to hell. Okay, that's nice. It's not your decision to send me to hell. It's God's decision to send me to hell, nigga. Like I said, I'm made in the image of the creator. I'm made in the image of the creator from the Old Testament. I'm around here burning up shit, flooding shit, killing people, diseasing motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. I'm God from the Old Testament. I'm made in the image of God from the Old Testament. That's simply how I look at it. Like, everybody's made in the image of God. I'm just God from the Old Testament. I'm made in the image of
Oh
God
yeah,
from the Old
and
Testament.
see, only humans can get jealous, like what you were talking about with Ghost. It's like
Yeah, like
you gotta be really you have to be very immortal in order to like actually dislike
get
yourself
jealous.
enough
Yeah,
to be jealous.
yeah. And the sad part about that, like, that's the problem. That's one of the many things in the Bible that I get hung up on. Because I get hung up
There's
on a
that one.
lot
I
of
just
shit in
want
the
to do a
Bible that I
joke
don't really talk
because
about. Like he's
there's another
like
channel that has an Asian dude and a white guy, and like the Asian dude is like tall, skinny. He has like dreads, and he's from I think he lives in Prague or like Czech Republic. But
Mhm.
like seeing him, it reminded me of our stream because that's like I'm like the Asian dude and you're like the white dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're like the white dude. But there's just something funny about that. I noticed when I was watching YouTube.
and
But
it's
yeah, continue with
yeah,
what
but
you're
it's,
saying. Sorry.
but yeah, the funny thing about that is at the end of the day, when it comes down to that, it's one of those things where like when it comes to that whole entire topic that me and Gruder Ghost were talking about, when they were talking about because I think who was it? Was it Seeker or was it was either Seeker or was no, it was somebody else. It wasn't Seeker. I'm about to throw Seeker under the bus for no damn reason. Somebody put in my comment section basically. Then it was a Manly Load, I think it was. He goes, "I'm not religious. I'm just letting you know that's what they say in the Bible." And
Oh yeah,
typically,
yeah,
I basically responded with, "I can't see God being jealous of God. Like, how are you jealous of God? You are the Alpha and the Omega. You are the beginning and the end. How are you jealous of yourself?" And I basically said, I basically say it would be equivalent to God looking at himself in the mirror and liking what he likes in the mirror and not what he likes on himself and saying, "I'm jealous of the mirror image of me." You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much how I pretty much said that. Like, how are you angry? How are you jealous or angry of with yourself? Like, it's one thing to be angry with
yeah.
yourself because
I
you
mean,
forgot something,
if you
you broke
think
something,
about
or
it,
you
yeah,
did something wrong. That's one
something
thing.
that's omnipotent, something that's like omnipotent in the eyes of human beings, probably doesn't have the time to like reflect on what. Because if I had like
Yeah, because I
every
don't.
power known to man, I wouldn't be worried about what somebody else has going on. Like who's somebody's worshiping somebody other than me. That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't get hung up on that. I would be doing other shit. I'd be building. I would like be like making life. I would be like doing other shit. I wouldn't be concerned with that. With like any petty squabbles.
You
If
tell
you
me this.
technically.
Jaguar Media's a
Hi,
trip.
monks and spunk.
Jaguar Media's a trip. But and the sad part about that is, like, how can you be mad at yourself? How can you look in the mirror and honestly, I mean, granted, you can be mad that the mirror is probably plexiglass and it makes you look better than yourself, but like, I just don't. In other words, what I'm trying to say, I just don't see God sitting up in heaven in his chair or his throne or his lazy boy recliner, whatever he likes chilling in. I don't see God sitting up in heaven looking at himself in the mirror the whole entire time while he's passing judgment on people. I just don't see that happening. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't see God. I don't see God as Vanity Smurf with a mirror in his hand all the time, just checking himself out and checking out all his angles. Like he just got out the fucking barber chair and shit like that. Like, yeah, my sides look fresh. My back looks fresh. Oh yeah, my shape up look fresh. I don't see God doing that. I just don't. Like that.
Jaguar is so
That's
funny.
basically how I feel about that whole entire thing. When I hear people say, uh, God is jealous. God is jealous of other gods, basically. Because look, if that's God, then how are there any other gods? If that's the God you believe in and grew up on, how the hell is there any other gods? So how would you be? Why the hell would you be jealous of yourself? That'd be like Buddha saying, "I'm jealous of Buddha." Nigga, what? Nigga, you are
Buddha
Buddha.
self.
Nigga, what? Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, like, and that's pretty much how that's pretty much how I think about stuff. Like, because I said I believe that verse was basically written by a
It was
king or a
written,
woman.
yeah.
It was written
It
by a king
definitely
or
was.
a woman that basically wanted people to capitulate to him, and he basically said, "God, images of God, this, that, and the other." So basically, he could basically say because a lot of the rulers back in those days actually were next to gods, basically for all intents and purposes. So if you were king, you were basically damn near God, and God spoke through you for all intents and
Yeah.
purposes back in those days. So typically, I think that was written just so a king could feel himself a little bit more. It's pretty much all it
I
really
mean,
is.
why get a theology degree when Tico just basically explained the whole why the Bible has like 6 or 7 authors?
Yeah, it has more than 6 or 7 authors. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has way
Well,
more than six or seven authors.
yeah, the way that they've organized it in some of like the theology textbooks is like into into sections where they believe like most of the certain authors from that time period are related, and
Hmm.
then yeah, and then they kind of like they split it up. They're probably no, I'm guessing there's a lot more, like so many more, so many people, so many different influences to it.
Stop that, Jaguar man. I'm not trying to get struck by no damn lightning. I mean, you just knock that shit off.
If Tico's the Holy Trinity, then that makes me if it's spy versus spy, I have to be Satan. I don't want to be Satan. That's fucked up, Jaguar. That you would imply that, but I mean, you did do an exorcism once, so I have to trust your judgment, like of spirituality. Is the stream your dream?
Yeah, I know,
But
right?
no, like I think this is it's funny that we're back to this kind of like text talking about text and stuff in the Bible because that's literally what we're seeing now with the MGTOW and Red Pill community is like all these word manipulations and subterfuge and
Subterfuge, yeah.
illusions and stuff. And it's like
It
why
basically
do
goes into the
something
whole
like
entire
this?
thing where people try to use other people's words, but they don't actually finish what the message actually says. Finish your thought,
Like
Pimp.
I said,
Finish your thought.
that brotherhood thing, the double meaning. It's like there's like real brotherhood, and then there's like Assassin's Creed brotherhood, where they're trying to like trash your whole like they're trying to just like they're moving in the shadows, and they're trying to strike at you and be like,
What do you say for
eh.
Tico? It's for Tico. It's not an exorcism. It's a Ticoism. He's a trip. You need to stop, Jaguar. You need to stop.
Power of Tico compel. See,
Whatever.
I don't know if it's
Oh
circumstantial
god.
or something, or if I didn't know how to use one of Tico's lines, I might be like simp. I highly doubt that. It's just easier sometimes to like say something that Tico said because depending on the person,
Yeah, because it's
it's
easy. Because
like
you don't even have to
most of
dumb.
the people
Like if I
you
say
don't even have
something,
to go there with. So
like
no,
you don't even have to
normal
dumb it down
logical
for anybody
things.
because I dumb it down for you. Like, oh, that's an easy quote. Like,
Exactly.
it doesn't. I don't have to make it. I don't have to sound like Aristotle all the damn time. I just basically dumb it down for you, so you won't be complicated. So it's simply why I do these things in my live streams or when I do things in videos, so you can actually follow very easily, so you won't be lost at one point. Like, well, Tico, I understand about minute 45. What was going on there? Like, I don't need that. I need you to move along very smoothly. Like, I don't believe in No Child Left Behind, and I'm trying to drag you up to get you up to speed so you can be with the rest of the class because we don't do slow bus on Tico Trend channel. We make sure everybody's up to speed and we move on. And we encourage them to get up to speed. The, the power the power of
Oh well,
Tico
so,
compels you.
I mean, there's people who are smart who get put on the slow bus because like people don't understand or like the
Oh
teachers
yeah,
get
definitely. Because
upset. They're like, I don't want to teach that.
the neat thing about being highly intelligent
Like
is it's a
Duze.
fine. Yeah, it's the neat thing
like
about
Duze.
being highly intelligent is it's a fine line between genius and insanity. And that's actually a very true statement. There's a very fine line between genius and insanity. This is typically why we say, this is another reason why I always say, because I'm actually on the Mensa. I'm on Mensa. And this is typically why I say I'm an honest criminal, because I know if I do something, it's going to be done, it's going to be executed quite flawlessly, and I'm not going to move because I'm an honest criminal. Like I said in the one last stream, I'll shoot somebody in the face, sit down next to them, and wait for the cops to show up, unload the gun and everything, put it on the ground, throw it over there, and wait for the cops to show up. I ain't gonna run. However, if I'm a witness to a crime, I'm being a win like I did it though. I will admit that in a heartbeat, and that's pretty much how I am. Like if I'm a witness to a crime, forget about it. I'm not gonna be there. You better come find my black ass. With that, I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can, nigga. What? If I'm a witness to a crime, but if I commit a crime, I ain't running. I ain't running from shit. That's pretty much all it really is. I'm not running. I'm gonna accept my crime.
Yeah.
I
I guess
did what I
having
did. I'm gonna accept my time, basically.
experienced like relationships in the past, I kind of realized like if and like what I learned from my dad is I kind of realized like If it's time to go, then yeah, it's time to go. But like if you choose to leave, then that's on you. You can't blame
Mhm.
anybody else for
Very
leaving.
true.
And it's like you can't really. And I've actually left a voicemail for my dad. I thanked him just for moving on and like continuing to live his life despite everything and always instead of retaliating, which he had the power to do. I mean, he was raised in the military and had a background or had a family background, and so I kind of like I've been really moved by some of the stuff that I've been hearing lately in the manosphere. It's just like with all these other things or I guess channels and stuff popping up and content starting to circulate. You kind of have to like always have your guard up and
Hmm.
always be guessing because like somebody could definitely shame you or like yeah or like judge you or I guess write you off back into the slow bus of
Yeah.
content creation,
Another
and you
good
never want
example
that
are
to
people in the
happen. You never
manosphere.
want that to happen.
Because
Yeah.
people in the manosphere will try to shame you all the damn time, and it's the funniest shit in the world when it happens. Because if you know anything about me, I have terms of endearment. Like I've talked about this many times on my channel over and over again. Just like I have standards, I have terms of endearment, and I typically pretty much put you that ranks you in my that pretty much how I rank you in my life. And typically, like a good example, I have a term of endearment. I love you like a little sister. What that actually means is you have a fucked up life. I would never date your ass. That's what that translates to. Your life's so fucked up. I would never date your ass, but I love you like a little sister. And if you need me, I'll help you. But I would never, ever, ever, ever date your ass. That's simply what that means. And people always try to, well, that sounds like some beta shit. No, I literally love this person like a sister. Well, just say you want to date her. I don't want to date her. And then the sad part about that, I was in a server while this was actually taking place. And he goes, well, man, you can't tell me you don't want to hit that. No, I don't want to hit that. She's not my type. Like just because you have low standards, that don't mean I have low standards with your ass. He said, but you're black. Being black ain't got nothing to do with wanting to hit smash a white girl. I have standards. That's not one of my standards. What about age? Well, he's obviously in the Asians. No, I'm not in the Asians either. Try again. And that's typically how I feel about it. And I was like, before you even open your mouth, I don't hate African American women either. So I'm gonna need you to shut up before you open your mouth. And it's
Yeah.
stupid shit like this that you'll get from men in the manosphere, especially that call themselves purple pill, in a certain
Yeah.
server in a chat, and it's like one of those things where it's like, really, dude, just because you have low standards, that don't mean I'm gonna be dating women from that. Because the sad part about that, I looked at the women that he dated. They're
Well, okay.
bottom feeders.
Let me just
They're bottom feeders.
just interject. Like, okay, I'm purple pill. I know things about the red pill, or I no I'm red pill, but I choose to work in a blue. I choose to work in a blue pill environment. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not I'm not like planning on being in a relationship. I am purple. I am like a true purple pill person.
Well, no, you're really not purple pill. You're just a red pillar working in society, basically. Because some people just
Yeah.
need to actually get enough money so they can actually check out of society. That's all it really is. You're basically working to check out of society. It's pretty much all it really is. If that's your goal, your end goal is
Yeah.
either to start a business so you don't have to worry about anybody else
But
around you.
hold on, because the red pill thing is like it's all about persuasion. And I had somebody telling me, trying to critique me. They were like, "Well, I bet if four women were in front of you right now, your argument would change. Or if you were getting really chewed out by someone who like knew your weaknesses." I said, first off, you just can't argue against me. That's why you're trying to pull in this argument from left field, which I see. Nice try. It's
Yeah,
not gonna
right.
work. You're full
Yeah,
of shit.
literally. Yeah.
But then at the same time, you can't be like I'm red pilled at my job with a bunch of blue pill people. Like you're not unless you're like I can't even think of some obscure scenario like whatever you want to say. If
Let
you're
your
a
team
pimp,
go trend. What's up, my
how
niggas?
is that possible?
What's up,
How is
my
it possible to be
niggas?
how is it possible to be red pill and be like that stereotypical pimp when you work around a bunch of women who you could say
Easy.
like
I walk in the door and say, "What's up, my niggas?" and I go to my workspace.
yeah. But anyways, it's just like the
Ain't
hypocrisy
near
there
person in there
is just
black, but my black ass, and I'm talking about what's up, my niggas.
is palpable. I know. I mean, I feel like I'm shattering. I feel like trying to shatter like the dream of like, oh, I can be fully red pill anywhere. I want to be. But it's like at the same time,
Well, the sad part about that,
you're not gonna yell, you're not gonna like yell some blue pilled Karen down while and like get your way with her.
Oh,
No,
trust me,
you're
you
gonna just
can.
roll
You
them.
can, especially if they sound stupid. Because I do this. I used to do this with the micro women. They're very intelligent women. They're very intelligent women. Very beautiful, very intelligent. Well, I wouldn't date them, but very beautiful, very intelligent. All women are beautiful. Not
I
all
get what
women are
you're saying.
attractive.
I understand what
However,
you don't have to
however, it's
explain.
one of those things where it's like when they start complaining about their significant other, I basically give them advice on their significant other to help them fix what they got going on in their relationship instead of trying to complain about their significant other. And the sad part about that is I remember when I talked to my supervisor, who is way older than me. She got me beat by what? She had me beat by at least 40, about 40 years, I would say. At least about 40 years. She got like 40 years on me. And I remember she was getting a surgery done for her for her lower back, right side lower back, basically on her, I think it was her spine. No, it was her hip. It was her hip. She was getting her hip done. So I remember her husband was actually upset because he couldn't actually be there to make sure his wife was okay. That's simply how it worked out. But he was yelling at her. He goes, "I'm not going to be able to make that. You're going to have to fix this. I'm going to have to work this out because I can't do this." And she goes, "I just got off the phone with him and he's very upset with me." I go, "He's only upset because you're his wife and he's not going to be over. He's not going to be there to be able to have control over the situation that he normally doesn't have control over because by rights, he's your husband, so he believes that if something happens to you, he's responsible for it because he wasn't there by your side. That's typically how that works." And I go, basically, what it comes down to is he the surgery basically takes the power out of his hands, but him being there makes it so he thinks he still has some power. So it's basically a power dynamic, basically, is all it really is.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
it's
remember
like
when she, because I
you
remember she
notice
went
about
home.
people. Notice this about people. They like they have to explain. They have to justify the whole situation. And when in reality you're trying to tell them they don't have a you don't you don't have power, but she's trying her best to make you feel like you
You
do.
have power, yeah.
So
The sad part about
if you
that,
have a
like
problem
a
with
good
it, you
example
should
of that
just
is
snap out of it and dump her.
like a
That's
good
what you
example
should
is a
do.
good example is of that is he really doesn't have power over the surgery because he's not going to be cutting his wife open. He just likes to have the ability to actually say he's there just in case shit happens, so he doesn't feel like it's fully out of his control. And I basically told her that he goes, he's basically just stressing out because you're going to get surgery. He's not going to be there at his side by his side, and he's stressing about it because he doesn't feel as though he's losing power in this one, and he doesn't feel as though this is happening. So she went home and she basically talked to him, and apparently she came back the next day when I came back to work in the evening. She waited for me to come into work to tell me. She goes, "I talked to him and like apparently was able to change the day." And I got done talking to my doctor on the phone, and he's sitting there cheering in our other room. "I got the power! I got the power! I got the power!" I was like, "Told you, that's all it really was." He was afraid of losing power, even though he's not the one cutting you open. He likes to feel as though he has some power and some say so in this, so he can feel like he has some power in this one because
Uh-huh.
his wife leaving his side is him losing his power. If he doesn't have a grasp on where his wife is, how his wife's doing, it's basically he's losing his power and he's losing control. He's losing control of his reality around him. Is all it really is. If you're married to a woman, and that's typically what he was actually trying to convey as a man, but he really couldn't articulate it because he's a man and we say stupid shit all the time. That's simply how that works. But like always give them the male approach to all the shit, how what their husband's actually thinking when they actually said the shit that they said to them. And I've given advice to all these women, and they actually live very happy, helpful. I hope they're still doing good and still take the advice to heed because I'm not working with them no more. But I typically give them advice just like that all the time. And Mac Jaguar Media, you've always been in the Ticosphere. Don't even go there, my nigga. Don't even go there. I'll have to pimp slack your ass. But what's up, Red Pill Fred?
So I realize that. Like,
But yeah,
like sometimes you're in the Tico sphere before you even realize you're in the Tico
yeah,
sphere. It's
you're
like,
the one that named
shit.
it the Ticosphere. Your ass was already in it.
Red
But
pill
yeah,
Fred.
but yeah, it's one of those things where
Red
it's
pill
one of those things. It's
Fred
one of those things where
enters
you
the chat.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you have to real women don't seem to get that because men aren't really good at articulating stuff like this when they feel as though they lose power, they lose control of a situation. They typically just get angry and just throw a fit about it for all intents and purposes. That's typically equivalent to a woman's
Yeah, and then you hear
nagging for all intents and
you
purposes.
hear my voiceover. It's like, we at the Tico Trend channel have to remove somebody from the panel. Please enjoy this music selection by Hidden MGTOW while your
Right?
party is reconvened. We will be back shortly. Thank you for
Literally.
listening.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, and then we're back. So we're back.
Yeah, and the sad part about that is when it comes down to it, it's one of those things where like a man loses power. The problem with the man, when he loses power, his emotions take over. A man can't control his he can control his emotion. He can control not getting into them to an emotional mess. But the problem is though, when he actually gets into that emotion, it's very hard for him to get out of that emotion. That's simply how that works. A woman can control her emotions, but she understands it and
I
can
realize
manipulate it.
that too. The
She can understand it,
floodgates
manipulate
just
it, and
happened. It's like,
bankroll it to fit her. That's
yeah,
simply how that
the flood.
works.
Oh
Whereas
my gosh,
a
if
man
you
can
didn't
control
feel the
his
break, yeah.
a man can control his emotions, but unfortunately, there are certain circumstances that a man goes through where he's literally wearing his heart on his sleeve. That's pretty much all it really is. There's certain circumstances that put a man in a situation where he's literally wearing his heart on his sleeve. The sad part about that is that's typically what women hear from a man, and it's like one of those things where it's like he
And
can't really articulate it
that pisses
because
the
he's
ones that are
himself
raised right.
up by it.
Yeah. If you were raised right as a woman, you just get so mad whenever you hear like a bitch nigga shit coming out of a guy's mouth. Like you
Oh yeah,
almost want to
definitely,
stab them. And
definitely.
I
Like
realized that
women, don't
going
like
into
a
my
woman doesn't like
25th year here on this earth
here's the thing. Here's the
and
thing.
being still
Like
alive and having
yeah,
a sister
I know,
and a
right?
mom that's
And
great. I'm like
the
we
sad
living.
part about
We living.
that is women don't want a bitch nigga. They're already the bitch in a relationship. Why do they want a bitch nigga around? Like that. Why do we need two bitches in a relationship? If she wanted a bitch nigga around, she would just be gay. Just like I say when it comes to women who act masculine. If I wanted a masculine woman, I would just go be gay. I don't want a masculine woman. I want a feminine woman. Well, you can't handle power. No, it's not the fact that I can't handle power. I don't want to feel as though I'm laying next to another man. If I wanted a woman that's manly, I would just go gay. That's simply how I feel about it, and that's honestly how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's like, no, that don't make no sense, dumb bitch. Come back with a better argument. It's like,
Yeah, I
don't
realize
even
that
try
like just because somebody chooses to do something and chooses to like screw themselves up that way doesn't mean that
That's a choice.
yeah.
That's the life. That's not something that life dealt you. That's a choice because
That's an
there's stuff
actual
that
choice.
yeah there's stuff
But
that
like
there's
people think that once they're in a situation that they have some choices to make, like they can choose, and then they I feel like they get excited, and so they try to play with logic while they're in that situation where it's
yeah,
like,
and a lot of people do,
no,
and
if you're
they
already
try
in
to
a
bend
situation, you
logic, and
shouldn't be trying to.
they try to bend and flex what logic actually really is to try to make it like to try to make the reality when in fact it's their fantasy. And the funny thing about that is what I found out about that is typically look, this all works. Look, you're in this situation. The question is it the hand you're dealt literally, or is it by your own doing? There's only two answers to that question. It's not always going to be the hand you're dealt. Like a good example that my mother was good at saying this shit. When you say I did it on accident. An accident is when two cars collide. An accident is when a nice sickle falls from the roof and hits you in the fucking eye. That's a fucking accident. An accident is when you walk out in front of a path bus and get hit. That's an accident. My mom was very keen on saying that to you to remind you what an actual accident is versus what you actually put yourself into. That's simply how that works. Like
Yeah, and
it's either
I
it's the
hear this
hand
thing a
you're
lot.
dealt. Like a good example of that is if you're driving down the street, if you're
mm,
driving down the street
mm,
recklessly, you're driving and texting, and you get into an accident, it's not the hand you was dealt. It's your dumbass fault. That's typically how it works. Now, if you're driving down the street and somebody rear ends your ass at a red light, that's the hand you were dealt. Big difference. If you choose to get into if you choose to put yourself into stupid situations on a regular basis, that's by your own design. That's nobody else's fault. It's not the hand that you're dealt. It's your own dumb choice. It's your own dumb choice. That's all it fuck is. However, there are people with dumb luck who go somewhere and trouble follows them, and it's like, oh fuck, that's the hand they're dealt. There's those people that just have the dark cloud over them that follows them everywhere they need to go, everywhere they want to be. And the sad part about that, there are the people who actually put themselves into situations so they can get fucked over. Like a good example that are women who date men who are abusive, then be sitting there trying to figure out, I don't understand. He was never like this. He punched you in a fucking eye. He slapped you in the fucking eye when you first met. Well, he was never this abusive. You fell down the steps conveniently after he pushed you down the steps, after I seen it, and you told me to tell everybody that you fell. He pushed you down the steps, bitch. And that's typically how that shit works. Like, you put yourselves in these situations, then you want everybody to laugh for you, or you want to lie to everybody about what's actually going on in your life or around you. And the sad part about that is, trust me, if I was actually in a bad situation, I would actually let everybody know I'm in a bad situation. Hell, I don't got no problem with it. If I was going to Gitmo tomorrow, I would actually let y'all know on live stream, I'm going to Gitmo tomorrow. That's pretty much how it works.
I remember you said something similar to that last live stream too, and I was like thinking to myself, "Oh, okay. This guy's really serious. He's serious
Like I was basically talking about if I die, there will be a video uploaded on my channel that I've already recorded to let you know that I died. So my son or the cartel princess or somebody will pretty much let you know that I passed away. Because that video would be uploaded that day when I pass away. I literally have a death video for me on my channel already uploaded and ready to go in private.
That's funny because I actually view all my videos as death videos. Because if you watch some of my videos where I'm driving, it's just like this kid's probably gonna die.
Yeah, really.
Like
an accident,
this kid's
playing with his fucking phone. Yeah, it's one of those things.
I'll
like,
be just dead. Just,
yeah, because like I literally have a death video on my channel ready to go just in case I actually die. That's pretty much how it works. I literally have one on my channel. If I pass away, you would know I passed away because there would be like there's damn near like a memorial video for all intents and purposes. I already did a memorial video for my black ass on my channel, so you'll see like clips from old videos and stuff like that, and different mannerisms and stuff like that. Me smiling and laughing. It's basically one of those things. Only thing I don't got on it is with that Boyz II Men. It's so hard to say goodbye. That's the only thing I don't. Yeah. That's the only type of music I don't got going on. It's basically a memorial video to me.
In the red pill community, I think they're singing the "On Bended Knee." I think they're singing that one a lot.
On bended knee, I'm down on bended knee. No, because if I die, I literally. Matter of fact, I planned on actually showing a snippet of that video in a live stream one of these days too.
Yeah,
the memorial to Tico Trent.
That's
literally
the best song. That's the best song to be like. Just, I think Jaguar make a meme about that. If you don't know that song, you gotta look that song up, dude. It just explains all of the simps in the blue pill simps.
Matter of fact. Well, a matter of fact, I think the two songs actually in that video is 9 Inch Nails, I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal, and Johnny Cash's I Hurt Myself Today.
I hurt myself today.
Literally, that's like the final song in that one. Basically, it got me saying stuff. Then you'll hear the song play on again. Then it'll go to another clip of me. Then it'll basically have me saying something else, and it'll go on again for all intents and purposes.
Fuck no.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where that song will literally be playing. That song literally is playing in the background while I'm talking and smiling and shit like that. So it's literally a memorial to me if I pass away on my channel.
Oh, best believe if you pass away, I'm definitely like cracking a beer, or I'm like smoking something, or I'm like doing. I'm just like. I'm gonna be like, damn, man. But it's not. I'm not gonna be drinking Henny or anything. I will be drinking that Johnny Walker. I'll go out to a bar. I'll look really weird.
1-800 Tico Trent. Operators are standing by. Mega Man's a nut.
I'm gonna read some of Jaguar's comments.
What do you say? Tico is the Al Capone of MGTOWs.
Just working.
I know Tico is the Al Pacino of MGTOWs. What do you say?
He's Tyrone Capone.
Tyrone Capone, yeah. He's a trip. Then they put that.
Tico is the Al Pacino of MGTOW.
I don't know about all that now. Dennis be just be coming up with crazy shit.
I thought George.
And the funny thing about that, I actually said that in the last live stream, and Wim was actually in that live stream.
I love you, Jaguar.
He was in that live stream, and after I said that, like, there's literally a video on my channel to let you know if I passed away. And I go, one of the people that are close to me, like MGTOW and the Wind, Baron Yam, um, Mr. Forma, True Sherm, Psyche Soap, Duzangs, Double I, Black Pill Radio, and MGTOW and the Wind will pretty much know.
Fuck me up. All right,
Yeah.
all right. If you
Would
want,
actually know before everybody else.
Send a link to Hidden, because Hidden's about to come fuck me up, I guess.
I'll send you a link in Discord, Hidden. But yeah, like matter of fact, Hidden's actually another one that would actually get a message saying that I passed away. And I remember saying that, and MGTOW and the Wind says, I'd be pissed. It's like, why? A nigga lived a happy life. Let a nigga go.
It's like, let him go.
Yeah, let me go.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
life.
I don't have the I don't have the DNR, but I would get it.
What? What'd you say?
The
DNR.
That's
for what?
the do not resuscitate, or is that what it's called? Or
yeah, the do not resuscitate. Well, no, I don't have DNR, but it's one of those things. If I pass away, just look at that video and you can remember me pimping. That's how I feel about it. Just look at that video, you'll be okay.
If I die, y'all better avenge me, blood. You know what I'm saying, blood?
Oh God, you're a trip. You need to stop. You really need to stop.
Look, if I die, y'all better avenge the shit out of me. Blood.
Jaguar meter, I'd be sad. I believe it. A lot of people actually feel that. Apparently, there's a lot of people that actually film out presence lost. Apparently, I don't know why, but I'm not that special. But at least I don't think of myself that special. But yeah, there's a lot of people that pretty much would be upset by my passing.
Okay, if we do the live show,
but the feminists won't. The feminists won't be happy. Won't be upset. They'll probably be celebrating it. Tico Trent is dead. Tico Trent is dead. They'll be doing that what's it called? That Russian dance. Tico Trent is dead. Tico Trent is dead. They'll be doing the river dance on my grave.
The troika. They will be doing the troika.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Tico Trent is dead. Okay. Tico Trent is dead. Like, where's he buried? We're gonna tap dance on his grave.
Like a bunch of nations would throw like a festival. They'd be like, they'd be like, finally, he's gone. He was like a Category 1 hurricane or something.
Well, trust me, somebody would actually get it to you. Pissed off MGTOW, really hidden. That's what we're going with. Oh, trust me, somebody would get it to you too. Red Pill Fred. We would find some way to get in touch with you. Why are you pissed off, MGTOW?
Should I go backwards or start from the beginning? Fuck, man. I just spilled fucking Rockstar all over myself.
Why are you drinking Rockstar? I told you about that shit.
Because it's 3 a.m, yo.
You stay up all night anyway without Rockstar. Are you serious?
I just came back I went to work to go drop something off, and I didn't have my keys. So I come back home.
Shit.
And I can't find my keys. I go back in my car. It's in my bag in my car. So it was there with me at work the first time.
Oh, that's funny.
So I go all the way back to work.
Frantic.
Oh, yeah. And then I get all the way back here. And then I get shit all over myself. Before all of that, I guess the reason why all that shit happened was because I had a video pulled today.
Really?
Yeah.
What video was pulled?
It was one of those, the internet alert ones that I do, where like I post something. Was it one that was
roasted? Was it posted recently? The recent one?
It was the most recent one that I just.
Yeah, I'm glad I watched it before it got deleted.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm glad I seen it before it got deleted. Shit. Note to self: keep watching MGTOW's videos before they get deleted and shit.
Well, you better watch them all.
Him and True Sharms both get pulled all the damn time.
You know what I got a strike for?
What did you get a strike for?
Okay, so you watched it, so you know what it was about.
Yeah.
So take a guess what it was struck for.
It could have been hate speech, because I didn't really see anything wrong with it. Like, well, then again, I'm Tico, so I probably wouldn't see anything wron with much of anything.
Right, me either.
I don't think you saw it. I think you might be talking about a different one.
I know it wasn't hate speech. Was it
No, I went. Okay, you know how I do.
It was another person. Copyright strike or something like that.
No, you know how I do the internet alert, and I find a video that someone's put out.
Yeah.
That I want to amplify.
Yeah.
So like there was one about
copy strike.
No, it was one. There was one about Ted
bullying.
Nugent. There was another one about Tim Pool.
Oh.
Okay, well, this one here, was 2 videos from I don't know if you want me to say the name.
Go ahead.
The brand new tube.
Oh, basically, you probably got a copyright because I can't see
No.
like
No,
either
no.
you
Check
got
this
one
out.
for advertising another platform, probably.
No.
Oh,
Really?
Check this
what is
out.
it?
Check this out. I took 2 videos. Okay, they were based on. One was talking about. It was like a guy. He's just saying in his state, there's already in law that if a vaccine was to come out,
Oh,
the
okay. It's
governor
about
could
COVID.
just
To
turn
force
around
everybody.
and force everybody to take it. It's already
Yeah.
in the law. And so
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
saying,
conspiracy.
well, it's not conspiracy.
Well,
The
it's to them.
guy's,
It'd be
the guy's,
conspiracy to them, huh?
No, it's literally just you're just describing something that exists. That's
exactly.
not
There's no
conspiracy.
conspiracy to it. It's
Well,
the law
no,
that's on the
YouTube.
books.
Yeah, I know, but YouTube would call it conspiracy.
No, what they did was they said I was impersonating.
Oh, wow, interesting. Wow,
This is a new
Impersonating
one,
a platform?
that's a new rule.
right? No, this is a rule that's in there. You're not allowed
I
to
wonder if it came.
impersonate
I wonder
another.
if it came in COPPA or during COPPA or before COPPA. Or...
This is something that a bot isn't going to do.
Yeah, so a human had to
A
actually do
bot's
that.
not going to say, "Hey, this guy's pretending to be somebody else."
Yeah,
The bot would not see any problem and would just keep on going. So that means someone at YouTube is watching my videos and decided, "Oh, I don't like this one. What can we say about this?
yeah.
Let's make some shit up." So they made up that I'm
Oh,
impersonating someone,
impersonating
but
publisher.
the guy's name is right under
impersonating
his.
publisher. Was it
the guy-
exactly?
Impersonating a publisher, not impersonating a platform. What am I talking about? No.
No, but it wasn't impersonating a publisher. They're trying to say that I was impersonating someone. They don't say what.
Oh,
You know how it is. It's YouTube.
it's
But
they're very vague about that.
As I read the rules, I
They're trying
don't
to
qualify.
protect
I don't qualify. The video doesn't qualify for that because I didn't pretend to be anybody. I'm not saying I'm this person at any point. The
Yeah,
person's name as they're speaking is right under them. It's like it's a clip.
yeah. So now you're a pissed off MGTOW now.
Now
Please
I
don't go
am
through.
pissed off because now I've got a strike after 12 years. I've got a strike for nothing.
Yeah, it's
For
bound to
nothing.
happen. Sadly, and they try to make up any reason.
Well,
The
you
sad
know what
part,
it
I
is.
think-
I'll tell you right now what it is. They want to know who I am.
Gotcha. So we go to argue it. You have to
They'll be
basically show
like,
your
"Ooh,
identity.
ping." Yeah.
Oh, show me your PayPal. Show me your bank account. Show me your name. Show me your license.
Yeah, that's basically what
How
they do.
tall are you?
This is
how
how we do
tall
our
are you?
resolve
What's
our
your
claims.
ethnicity?
Mhm.
They'll be like, "Do you have hair?" It's
Put your
over
penis-
for
put
you,
your
bro.
penis
It's
on the
over.
table,
Cam
sir.
up, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
Put
bro,
your
come on,
penis
come
on the
on.
table.
I'm gonna need your
Just
penis
cam
on
up,
both
bro.
sides. It's flaccid.
I'm gonna need your
Dick
penis.
pics
Yeah,
are
I'm gonna need that dick. I'm gonna need that dick right now.
So
Right.
what I'm planning on doing
that's literally what
is
they-
having my possibly live stream where I just play that video and explain during the whole thing that where do you see me? I'm not even in here. The guy's
Well,
speaking
yeah,
on his
I think
own.
what basically what it comes down to is it would fall under the same guise as reaction videos that some of these Twitch streamers be doing, where they don't react at all and they just watch the whole entire video.
They could get accused
So basically,
of it
what
if
they're
they
saying,
didn't
what they're
have their
basically saying
camera
is
up.
that you basically stole somebody else's work and you basically are trying to use
Basically,
it.
what they're saying is
That's
if
so-
you post anything that you didn't create, they're just gonna ban
That's
you.
free. Even if it's public
So
for free.
if you're someone that's say a news aggregate and you want to say, okay, there's a theme going on here. Here's 4 different news channels that are saying this thing at the same time.
Mhm.
They can now say, well, you're trying to impersonate NBC and CNN and Fox News.
Mhm.
That's a strike, sir. You're not allowed
Gotcha.
to pretend to be these news channels. And it's like nobody's pretending
Yeah.
to nothing. They're just showing
Right.
you what's on TV. They're showing you what's happening.
Yeah. Well, and the sad part about that, that's okay. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, you can get a Mega Man. What the hell? And Red Pill Fred, if you're still here, I'll let you in too. What the hell? Because I really don't get to talk to Red Pill Fred that often.
Did you watch the movie?
Which movie?
It's on brand new tube and it's on BitChute.
Okay, that's fine. I'll watch it over
YouTube,
there.
YouTube wouldn't let me put that movie on either.
I'll be able to watch it over there then, because I actually got my account and it's actually working.
I had to
pretty
put it
nicely.
out, man. Mr. Forma forced me, man. He's fucking keeps on making it look like he's putting some kind of TV show or movie thing with people's heads. So I'm like, fuck this. I already had this idea.
Oh, thanks, King Tut, for subbing to me.
I'm putting it out there. Fuck. You're not gonna fucking screw me over.
Right?
I'm pissed off, MGTOW. Now, see me?
Yeah, pissed off.
Look at me.
That's why I'm laughing about your name. Like, now you're pissed off, MGTOW. Got it. What do you say, MGTOW?
Well, I'm wearing fucking Rockstar too.
Maga Man, send him the link.
I did already. I put it in the comment section. I'm laughing at Jaguar Media. Kiko, I'm gonna use your name as a teaching tool for grammar. LOL. My Hispanic students will learn grammar easily.
Exactly. I
that way.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
Oh, we'd love to have you here, Red Pill Fred. We'd love to have you.
You're at work. Damn. He says at work.
When we want to see Red Pill Fred, Tico, we would love to see
Red Pill Fred. Anytime. He's always invited. I don't care if I have 10 people. I'm kicking somebody out.
I like that. I like that blooper in Rush Hour where there's like, I think it's Rush Hour 2 where it's like Don Cheadle and he's walking him through the gambling. He's walking him through the fucking gambling hall where where he like makes.
He owned a Chinese restaurant on Crenshaw.
He's like,
"Are you a black Chinese on a restaurant? Chinese on Crenshaw."
We would love to see Jackie there. Would we love to see that? We'd love to see Jackie there. He's like, and Don Cheadle's like, his name is Lee. God damn it!
What's happening, guys?
Oh, Baron, you got the wrong avatar on there.
Oh wait, I thought it was the one with the black, not black.
It's the one that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be
the one that's not black. Supposed to have a transparent background, but it's not working in this thing.
It isn't because I see it in
it's
like
white.
the image file is actually clear, but when I upload it to StreamYard,
use the one that's
background.
the bigger picture, because then that way the whole thing goes into the circle.
All right, cool.
I think that was the last one I sent you.
Yeah, the last one.
I was going to say, what happened with it? You were saying you got flagged for impersonation, because I deal with this almost on a daily basis on my channel.
No,
exactly
Mr. Roboto.
He was robotic for a minute there, yeah. But he's basically asking what was it? Because he says he deals with that on a regular basis on his channel. Hidden?
What?
He said, "Where were you dealing?" He said, "What did you get hit with exactly?" Because he realized he deals with it on a regular basis on his channel.
Hang on a sec. Let me.
He's going to share a screen now. Damn.
Yeah, but I've figured out if you have two monitors going, this works a lot better, right?
Well, you can actually do it one monitor too.
You can, but it's a pain in the ass. Now that I'm doing it with two monitors,
you're not as tech savvy as Tico. That's why.
I'd say it's the other way around.
On this monitor, and on
you're the one
this
that's not tech
monitor.
savvy.
Well, I got multiple monitors.
3 monitors at work.
Yeah, I got multiple monitors. I just use one all the time. I use one for my security system so I can see where everybody is. And you can
share one monitor and then do your stuff on the other one, so that you're running the show on, say, your laptop or whatever. But then you have a monitor that whatever's on that monitor, that's what your fans are seeing or your viewers.
Well, yeah, I actually have 3 screens though. I don't use my laptop for. I actually have 3 screens. I have one sitting on top of the tower. I have one right next to this one on a branch off thing, and I have the main one that I actually look at. And typically, what happens is on that one screen, I actually got the security system for that lays over StreamYards on the one screen, and I basically use the one screen for I use the one screen to make sure somebody's not paying attention because it has a very fast what's it called, a refresh rate, screen refresh rate, so I can actually see when somebody actually turns on their camera that's not supposed to turn on their camera properly, and I can actually get them out before they actually show their freaking face. Simply how that works. So I have that one used for refresh rate for any live stream stuff and people that's at the bottom of the screen. Oops, was I put that up yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything there that's. Well, you can see that I've got not as many views as normally.
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing, but.
That's embarrassing. So it's fine. Trust me. Everybody goes through slump.
Dude, I put so much embarrassing shit online. It's not even funny.
Well, it looks like you only got a warning, Pimpin'. You can actually upload a stream.
No, I do because I've had my channel for like 12 years.
Okay.
Like I was.
Everybody gets that.
So it's actually not a strike. It's just a warning.
I'm eligible for monetization, and I don't even have the requirements. because I've been around.
Yeah,
so
you
long.
have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000
Yeah.
views to be able to be monetized. Which at this point, but with my asshole content, I'll never see that dime.
Yeah,
No.
but
trust
I
me.
was
I don't
eligible.
have the subs, but I have the views.
I've been eligible for monetization since the day that they started monetizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was a gaming channel.
Yeah, I don't have the subs, but I don't have the subs, but I have the views.
You don't need them if you're a gaming channel.
Yeah, I know.
Different thing.
That's the sad part.
Yeah, because it's not education.
My channel.
Wait,
is always
Mega
a
Man, yours
channel.
is yours education? Oh, did he just hop out?
He's back again. As
Oh,
soon as he clears the sound.
Anyways, active
anyway.
community guideline strikes. So they removed it.
There he goes. He cleared the sound.
See, like impersonation. What the fuck?
Oh wow, yeah, policy, impersonation policy. Got it.
You look into the impersonation, and my
It
video
doesn't fit.
doesn't fit this at all.
Mega Man, how did you dump yourself
I'm
out
not
again?
exactly matching a channel. I'm not pretending to be someone
I
else.
don't
I'm
know.
not claiming to be something else. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit. And all it is because they want me to do this.
They want you to appeal, yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, no,
then,
because if you appeal, you don't necessarily have to show your face if you appeal.
No. What happens is they need to know who you are once they start talking to you.
Well, no, not necessarily. They can just return in an email because I actually fight with them over videos on a regular basis. They don't actually need to know who you are.
And you see, this is where
gotta
it
be
is.
careful because
Guys, it's in the name. YouTube. They want to know you.
The sad part about that is like anytime I appeal,
like
I appeal on a regular basis. You'd be shocked how many videos I got to appeal on my channel on a regular basis. But the sad part about that, they just basically want to know why, or like they basically want to hear your argument. Basically, it's like the court of law. They basically want to hear your argument, and they'll basically make a decision on it if it's wrong or right. Basically.
So you're obviously not impersonating anybody if I play the video.
Yeah, you're not obviously not.
Share somebody's video.
Like if I just start playing this right now and it's on your live stream, they can't say you're impersonating anybody.
Well, no, because it's educational, and we're trying to learn why.
Right.
We're trying to learn.
Well,
we actually got to submit. We actually got to submit
an educational video.
Yeah, but we also got to submit an appeal up. So therefore, I can always argue that we're teaching people how to submit an appeal on YouTube.
Well, let's see if we can.
That works.
Do you have 20 minutes? Do you want to see what this is?
I would love to see this video right now. It's for education purposes.
I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear
I don't know
it?
if we can play the sound. Yeah, let me turn my...
You might not hear the sound because I don't have it set up.
You not hear the sound from you. Yeah, that's the sad part.
Okay, somebody needs to
Do you hear
go
him?
get their phone and play it.
See, now, the guy's name is right fucking here.
Yeah.
The name of his website's right fucking here.
Mm-hmm.
How are you telling me I'm impersonating anybody?
This is what he did, all right? This is more like a copyright strike, basically. He didn't do it the right way, the way he should have. I mean, strike is a strike. He's just being a dick. Basically, he's trying to claim his content. That's really what he's doing. So, him as the YouTuber, he can really upload somebody else's content, unfortunately, with the algorithm. It's not him.
It's not him.
Okay.
This is YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, it's YouTube actually pulling the hammer down on him. Unless, like I said, unless the guy basically
has no idea I put this up even at this amount of time. Like I ripped it and I put a video together and I threw it up.
That's a gray area, though. You do know that's a gray area there. Pissed off, you tell.
Yeah,
but you can actually appeal that. You can appeal that at quite.
Whoever flagged their video was probably trying to say like they infringed on my copyright or they shared my content without permission or something.
It wasn't
like
flagged.
That. I think whoever. Yeah.
No, it wasn't flagged. YouTube actually.
It wasn't flagged.
YouTube actually decided to bring the down because I'm basically. Here's what I'm actually gathering from. Yeah, because YouTube it technically is a flag, even if YouTube does it themselves.
Yeah, I know, but
what I'm
this
thinking
has nothing to do with the content creators.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm.
I understand that. I understand that.
Making their own.
I understand that completely.
Because
YouTube
they
does
want to stop what's being said in this video.
Yeah, basically, I agree with you 100%. But with how YouTube actually views it actually if they flag you or if somebody else flags you, it's still them. Like a good example is how they actually pull down videos when they say when they give you the COVID virus spill email when they just pull your video randomly because of COVID virus. That's pretty much the same concept that they're actually using with this. And I think because it says this right here, Internet Truth Alert, then it says YouTube reporters. So
No, it
I
doesn't.
think
It says YouTube reports,
YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube reports.
which is
It's YouTube.
explaining what this is. These are
Yeah.
two reports from YouTube.
Yeah,
Here's
but the sad part about that
This
is
isn't me saying I am
I know, but-
YouTube. This
I
isn't
know.
me saying I'm this guy Spiro Skouras.
I know, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
explain that to you. The
I
sad part
already
about
know
that is
what you're going to explain. My point is they're
what
just using a
am I
bullshit
going to
rule
explain, Hayden?
to give me a fucking strike. To
I agree
start
with
off
you, but I agree with you. But what
the
do you
next
think I'm
time
actually
I
going to
post
say?
this, I'm going to, if I was to fight this, I would put it back up and then they would give me a second strike. And the reason why they would give me a second strike is for the real reasons they want to actually get this video off. But right now,
well, no, the sad part about that, they might just not even give you a strike and they might just go with the whole entire COVID-19 thing because they do that shit all the time to me.
I was just going to say that, guys. Time out here.
That's basically how they get rid of you. They basically say COVID-19 in the story. Basically, is what they do.
I'm trying to say.
Now, the reason why I think they pulled it for two reasons. They basically gave you this bogus ass reason because first off, they know that YouTube is actually a competitor, and you actually got it in your title.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So,
see,
so that's not in your title right there. The YouTube,
see the space.
Yeah, the YouTube reports.
See the space.
Reporters. Yeah, I see the space though, but
it'd be like writing U and then space and then tube. That's not YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but it's still they would see it as YouTube.
Gentlemen.
All you're doing is reinforcing the point I'm trying to make. Is
yeah, no, I'm saying they basically took it down for a bogus reason. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's one of two things.
Trust me, there's multiple reasons why they took this down. Is what I'm saying.
Listen, fuck. Only because I've been here for 12 years without any fucking fuck ups.
Yeah.
Well, as a gaming channel,
without any fucking problem.
Yeah, I know, and it's going to piss you off, but
possibly busting to go monetize, and that's what they're thinking. I have no fucking desire to be monetized on this piece of shit website.
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the day, they're basically it's basically one of those things where like it's kind of like what Undead Chronic said, where like he didn't have any strikes or anything, and he came back to his channel and his channel was gone the next day.
Strikes, exactly.
No, there was no strikes on his channel and it was gone. Like he basically did his time and got out of the whole entire with the 90-day window. No strikes on his channel.
Had strikes.
Well, no, they were gone off his channel basically, so they were removed from his channel. Well, no, they trust me. They remove it because if they didn't remove it, you would still be in a red. You wouldn't be in a green.
For sure, they remove it off of the algorithm. They do not remove it from your file.
They remove it. Trust me, they remove it from your channel. If they remove it from your channel, they do. Because if they didn't remove it from your channel,
you're still not understanding my point.
Well, no, what I'm trying to
that is just the bot. That's just the algorithm. That's just the website. They do not just have the website file. They have a file on you.
I know, but I'm saying though they remove it.
That never goes away. If you have
but the sad part, if it's 90 days,
and that will
if you actually make it to but if you make it to the 90 days, it disappears from your.
No, it doesn't.
It disappears from your account.
No,
because if it didn't disappear, you would still be in a red. Like a good example. A good example of that is.
My point.
I understand your point, but I'm about to show you my channel. I'm about to show you my channel. Because my channel actually had 3 strikes before.
Listen to what I'm trying to fucking say. You keep talking over me, but you're not understanding the words that I'm saying.
Okay.
You're talking about the website. I'm talking about Google's file on you.
Yeah, but the website, if they didn't remove it from,
stop thinking about the website. The website is just a piece over here. You get 3 strikes on the website, you're gone. You get 2 strikes on the website, and they take them away after 90 days. Those 2 strikes are in your Google file. They never go away. It's like the police. If you go and have a conditional discharge, that charge is off of your public record, but that's never off your file.
Can I finish now? What I was saying.
That back up.
Good example. This channel right here actually had 3 strikes on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. The 3 strikes are gone. My other channel that had 500 viewers on it, 500 subs on, a little over 500 subs on it, had no strikes. Channel gone the next day. No strikes whatsoever, no warnings, no nothing. And the channel's gone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It had nothing on it.
I'm trying to tell you, no matter what YouTube does, Google is the boss, and Google has a
Well,
file.
no, what I'm trying to tell you is that channel had nothing to do with this channel. That channel's gone. This channel's still here.
It did have something to do with it. You're on it.
Well, if that was the case, all my other channels, all 20 other channels will be gone too.
Not necessarily.
That's very true. Because technically, if I got kicked off the platform, I shouldn't be allowed to be on the platform in the first daggone place, and I should be banned from the platform completely. So I wouldn't be able to actually upload a video anymore. Because once you're banned from YouTube, if your name is on it, you can't get back.
And they'll ban
you. They'll basically ban every single.
Get hit with impersonation on all those 500.
No, but the sad part about that, if that was the case, like I said, if I was banned off of YouTube completely, all my other channels will be gone because they know who I am. They know what all my other channels are because I have a YouTube rep for YouTube. So them taking away that channel, they know the rest of my channels, and they talked to me multiple times about these channels. So therefore, they know who I am. So therefore, technically, in all technicality, because they took away the other Tico Trendcam channel, all my other channels connected to me should be gone as well. Because I shouldn't be allowed back on the platform if I'm completely banned. Because I'm technically perma-banned once you think about it.
If they want,
but I still got this
I'm
channel.
raising my hand in the background. Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Thanks. All right, so here's what I'm dealing with. All right, because I don't want you guys sound like you're really going at it there. What I've seen on my channel, all right, when it comes to certain things, they always, when I've gotten community guidelines, I've actually had community guideline strikes that I fought, and copyright strikes, which I fought off on Twitter. They always refer to the COVID-19 excuse that it's the automated system and the algorithm that's doing this. So they must have picked up something in the video itself, because it's artificial intelligence flagging everything these days. Or it could be just some at YouTube sitting there and saying, "I don't like this." I'm only using a rough example, but
like a good example, like a good example of that.
COVID-19 thing. That's what it is.
Like a good example of that is what a lot of people actually don't know about the Tico Trend, or that Trend Labs news channel. There was actually a channel taken down. There was actually a video taken down off that channel and flagged. However, I didn't get a strike for that video, and I can still upload videos, despite the fact that it was taken down and banned. Now, the sad part about that is I can still upload videos on that, and I never lost a chance to upload. I never lost the ability to upload videos, and it was actual coronavirus video. This is what happened. However, there are people who actually post, and I found this out too from my YouTube rep. If you're a medical professional and they know you're actually a medical professional, they tend to leave you alone when it comes to COVID virus, especially if they know you worked in like microbiology.
So are they trying to say
that
I'm pretending to be this guy when it says courtesy and it says his name right there?
Yeah, they're what they're actually hitting you with is they're actually trying to say you're actually not a medical professional, basically.
Trying to misinformation.
You're trying to basically say you're impersonating medical professional.
That's why
I know, but that's the argument. It's a bull. What I'm trying to tell you is it's a bogus argument.
They don't even make that argument. They just say.
I know they don't. It was YouTube. They're never going to make that argument, my guy. They're never going to make that argument. It's typically why they pulled down my one video and they go, well, and I didn't get a strike for it, or I didn't have anything, but I was still able to upload, but the video's still gone. It's one of those things where it's like, well, they basically, my YouTube rep basically told me, well, somebody at YouTube views it as conspiracy theory, so therefore they're going to let it. We're going to pull it anyway, even though it didn't fit what they were actually saying.
Anything that goes against the World Health Organization, like I actually took my video and digitally.
Yeah, don't type it. Trust me, don't type it that way. Type it very professionally. Trust me. Don't type it that way. Act like you're a lawyer.
It did not work.
Don't type it that way, because I already know how you're going to type it. Because I remember when I first started typing stuff like that, they go, "Oh no, Hidden, don't do that."
Dude,
type it professionally.
I actually tried.
You don't even know.
I tried to dirt my video. I tried to put those hands around the borders. I tried to put white noise in the audio.
Trust me. Type it professionally.
This is very sweet compared to what's coming up.
Yeah, I know, but trust me. I think half the time I think some don't do it. Don't do it.
This isn't how
don't
I'm going to do it. Don't do it. Fucking ass. I'm not talking to them about it. I'm going around these fuckers.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying though is basically if you're going to type it up, be like, I believe
No,
this
I'm not
video.
gonna type it
I
up. I'm
basically
gonna
like.
talk
I
it up,
believe this
and they're
video was
gonna listen
flagged by
because it'll
mistake.
get flagged.
I was not impersonating anybody. I was not impersonating anybody. I was basically putting out a message from somebody. I reached out to the. You can say I
Okay,
reached out
then
to this person
tomorrow I
too.
get a real strike because COVID, and then the day after that I get
Well, no,
another.
you don't get strikes for
because-
COVID. You don't get strikes for COVID at all. They just basically pulled a video.
So then why
Yeah,
are
it's
you
a
giving
stupid
me a
algorithm
problem?
now. Where
Yeah, they basically just pulled a video for COVID. Any COVID video, most of the times you don't get a strike for it. They just pull it. And it's basically, I refer to them as shadow bans or shadow strikes, basically, because they don't give you a strike for it. And like,
Well,
I've had
YouTube
like
needs to
multiple,
find
I've had
a
multiple
very
videos.
big
Like, the sad
switch
part
in
about
my
that,
content.
a good example of that is I actually have multiple videos on my channel that have nothing to do with COVID that were pulled because of COVID virus. Like the one about the crabs in a bucket. A good example of that is a good example. A good example of that is the crabs in a bucket. The crabs in a bucket video that I did about when basically portraying like human reality and women and men basically in this world. Crabs in a bucket. There was one about like I was actually explaining the story about a woman who cut her husband's throat in public and said when I remember she said I kid you not, she said, and I quote, "Why are you acting this way? Why are you overreacting?" She literally cut the man's throat and severed his artery. He's laying there trying to stop himself from bleeding, and she's sitting there yelling at him like, "Why are you overreacting?" Like, no, she asked him. She goes, "Why you're such a baby? Why are you overreacting? I didn't even harm you." She literally saying this while the cops were standing next to her.
It's a flesh wound.
Yeah, literally. That's basically how she was acting. And like that video got pulled. That video,
the building.
yeah, that video got pulled for COVID virus too. And it's one of those things where only one of my videos ever been pulled for COVID virus. Like even my videos where I actually did where I say Corona and cream, COVID, COVID black, all those videos are still up. But my actual ones that I didn't even do COVID on are gone. And the one with the doctors in front of Capitol Hill got pulled from Trend Labs News. But
That's
I didn't
the
get
one I was talking about. That's the one that got taken off
yeah,
my
the
channel
chop one.
twice.
Yeah.
The chop
I'm not
and
too
Chaz
worried
one.
about fucking working too hard for these guys because they're
But
not
the,
working
con-
for
but
me
the
at all.
conference, but the funny thing about that 2.5 hour conference is still on my channel. Let that sink in.
Yeah, it's like it's so diverse, their reasonings for pulling videos down. At this point, you can't really like blame any one person. It's like I was talking about the ideas. It's like when people program these like these algorithms and these AIs, it has like a way of kind of just having a recursive pattern where like I don't know, I get where Hayden's coming from, but I think that this is just like an algorithm or something. Like no one's really sitting there.
It's more complicated than it needs to be. It's a stupid algorithm, and it's actually it's mostly a stupid algorithm. When something actually when it hits something in a video, because they're not going to have somebody at YouTube actually watch the video unless you actually do an appeal. That's the only way that somebody's actually going to watch the video. Overall, will
shadow banning my shit for I don't know since last October.
Yeah, well, the sad part about that's going to happen.
Gaming channels get shadow banned all the time.
Oh yeah,
because there's violent shit in them. Like yesterday, I just like blew somebody's head off point blank with a shotgun. So it's like that's gonna be downvoted and like everything. Even if I said, "Oh, I believe the world is unicorns and rainbows and Disney princesses land is real and you can really get a woman and my wife, my kid, if my playing Resident Evil 7, I'm gonna get like downvoted in the algorithm because you like shooting zombies' heads off and it's super bloody and gruesome. Yeah, that's how gaming channels get treated.
Yeah,
there's a guy for impersonating a Raccoon City employee.
Exactly.
Right? Because the matter of fact, there's actually a video game.
This is. What am I?
Like a good example of that is like one of the video games I was playing like a while ago actually literally got pulled for violence, graphic violence.
What? No way. My videos.
The one blackout prison one got literally pulled for excessive violence.
You know what? Now that I'm here, I should probably say it. Like I think the fact that chess came up in the Twitch algorithm during the COVID is because it's like it's kind of like a very set. There's a lot of undertones to the game.
Yeah. It says you got a lot of subs in the last 10 days, though.
No, that's 28 days.
Well, I said the last 28 days, yeah.
That's pretty slow.
Well, You're a small channel. You still get subs, and like I said, you still got more than I do. So I don't want to hear
Oh shit.
it. I don't want to hear it, Negro.
Yeah,
You got
You're
more
so
than I
full
do.
of shit.
You do got more than me. Trust me. Trust me, I'll let you know if I got more to you because I told Win that
Apparently,
the other
you
day.
haven't gained a sub in like a fucking year.
No, I gained subs, but they disappear and come
Yeah,
back.
they just don't
Most of mine are
show.
trolls. Most of mine are trolls trying to see
Dude,
what I'm
you've
going to
been
say about
showing
them.
88 subs for a year.
Well, no, I have more than
Yeah,
that. I said
that's
I have
what I
more than
get,
that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
told, matter of fact,
I'm
that's
at,
because I got
I'm
them
at
on. I
100
got my.
subs, man. Forget it.
Yeah, your subs are
Well,
just
no, because
trolls.
the sad part about
everybody's
that.
subs are
The
just
sad part about that, because I told you about it. I put mine on private basically, so everybody can mind their damn
That's what
business.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how
But
do
the
I
sad
know
part,
you have more or less?
I have less than you. Trust me, because I have more. Because I just passed MGTOW in the win not too long ago. That's like literally I said that. Like I got in the ballpark. I said I got in the ballpark of MGTOW win at the one point. Then I passed MGTOW win eventually.
you just
But
left.
I
You're
still
like,
have less than
wow.
you.
So, in order for me to pass, Sherm, he had to get fucking blown right off the platform and start a new
Yeah,
channel.
basically. Well, he actually deleted his own channel apparently.
Well, there was reasons.
Yeah, we had a lot of strikes and shit. Yeah, he deleted for that reason.
Yeah, but nobody called him and was like, "Sherm, if you do not delete your channel right now,
Yeah, I know.
you have offended the COVID god."
Very much.
He actually
has
Look what happened
had
with one of my
a lot
Black
of
Lives Matter
he has-
videos, for
he
example.
actually has had a lot of COVID-19 email from YouTube too, though. So it's one of those things where he gets them, I get them. Hell, I got them for games.
Yeah, but I don't get them.
Matter of fact, I got a copyright strike for Asphalt 9.
You want to know what the last note I ever got from YouTube before that violation was? Congratulations on 100 subs.
I think the last thing I got from YouTube.
Can I interject here?
The very last thing I got from YouTube was
one of my videos.
Huh?
One of my videos recently, one of my Black Lives Matter videos recently that I had out there when I was making fun of it, how these people are like trying to tell white people to give up their houses for Black Lives Matter. So I made a video making fun of it. You see that? You see that chair? That's mine. You see my clothes? That's mine. You know what they flagged it for? Sensationalism. And then they locked it into 18+ mode.
Yeah, no.
So that video is essentially suppressed.
They got all
That's
types
what
of
I've been trying to say this whole time. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like you pass 1,000 subs like I did.
Yeah, I want to try to
world,
post
man.
some sensational
Yeah,
videos.
it is. Like I said, once you get over, I think it's what I want to say.
It's sensationalism.
Like 600, I want to say 600 or 750. Once you get over like 600,000, you actually get a YouTube rep. I think it's 500,000 or anywhere between 500,000 and I want to say 500,000 and 700,000. You get a YouTube rep from YouTube.
Yeah.
They actually you can literally talk to them on the phone and stuff like that, and you can actually talk to them about your shit. You can actually literally call somebody up and go, "Hey Johnny, something's going on with my channel, pimping. I need it fixed, pimping." And they go, "Okay,
And
Mr.
the
Trent."
problem, guys. The thing is that the rules aren't crystal clear. One guy that talks about this a lot, Jeremy Hamlin at Quartering, that there's no room for improvement or anything like that. They don't make any type of room, like, okay, so what did I do? How can I fix it? They don't give you that chance. That's where YouTube fails, unfortunately. What did I do wrong? Let me fix it. Unfortunately, strike one, strike two, strike three, goodbye, channel.
Well, and back in the day, like I mean, they had YouTube reps and everything, but now typically, if you're a bigger channel, if you have a YouTube rep, that's pretty much their YouTube rep's job, basically to help you better yourself or help you mitigate stuff or help you argue down shit that's going on with your channel. Basically, that's typically what they're. Because back in the day, you could pretty much do that and it'd be perfectly fine. It's pretty much it was pretty much a shootout like the OK Corral back in the day in YouTube. You can do any damn thing you want, anytime you want, upload anything you want, however long you want. Yeah. Nowadays, it's like you got to clear it with your YouTube rep now. It's like if something happens, it's like talk to your YouTube rep, he'll fix it. Basically, that's pretty much all it really is. Your YouTube rep is your YouTube lawyer now. If you make it that far, that is. And it's simply like one of those things where I always urge.
Yeah, lawyer, exactly.
Do it. If you got to do it big. I don't care how you got to do it. Just do it. So you can get your rep and they'll pretty much argue down a lot of the bullshit
And
that the algorithm and the bots and and the feminists at YouTube are actually doing to your channel. Because the sad part about that, like my one channel, the anime channel, the Spanish Japanese anime channel, actually got hit with misogyny or something like that.
Right.
See
I'm
this?
like, what's misogyny?
Yeah.
Like,
See this?
Yeah, you're still in
things I keep preaching to the manosphere, man, and I hope people listen, man, is when they do these roasting videos and calling videos out. YouTube frowns on that stuff.
Yeah, you're verified. I'm verified also.
Verified, eligible.
Yeah.
I don't have 1,000 subs.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, like because I'm verified and eligible too, but
yeah, you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 views.
Yeah, you need 4,000. You know, basically, the sad part about that, they'll actually send you an email saying when you're eligible, all intents and purposes. Because I recently got one saying I'm eligible on my other channel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things.
Well, they took away the check mark on my site. I had the check
in
mark.
In my case, once I passed 1,000 subs, I got a disclaimer from YouTube in an email saying that because of the COVID-19, it's going to take time for them to actually review my content. So I'm basically I already know my content's not going to get freaking monetized. I already know with me, forget it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I remember when my anime channel. I remember because my anime channel for adults.
It's a stupid algorithm.
Yeah, definitely. Because my Japanese anime channel is funny for the fact that I actually got it for adults. It's literally on adults. So they actually hit me with misogyny and you know, not for viewers under a certain age. I go, if you look at my channel, it says it's not for viewers under a certain age. I even go as far as to say not for anybody under 18. So I'm not. Don't play that game with me. My rep is able to argue that down and get that off my channel.
Yeah, like.
Go ahead.
Well, now I think it's a requirement because of some stupid law that's in place where you have to either in your channel someplace say that your content is not for children under 18, or you have to do it with every individual.
Well, no, there's two settings.
Because now,
what happens with it is like
they'll come back and find you.
Yeah, I know there's two settings.
Channel,
Mega Man, there's two settings for that
two
now.
For each video.
Well, no, there's actually two. There's two settings for that. Yeah. There's not for children under age. Then we got one where they go, is it not for children that, like, you know, between the ages of like 15, 16? So they got that one too, where it goes and you just put again, not for children under 18. Or for mature audiences only, not for children under 18. Then they got a second one that says, can people that are 15, 16, 17 watch this? And you basically put either they can or they can't. And that's pretty much how you pick it. The sad part about that, something I learned about YouTube from my son and my daughter Atalia the other day, is even though my channel says it's not for viewers under a certain age, all they get is a bubble saying this is not for children under a certain age. Do you want to continue? And if they hit yes, they can go see the video. Yeah. Let that just sink in. So YouTube doesn't protect anybody. So
what's the point?
Despite the fact that my children, mind you, my children's ages are actually in their own accounts. My children's ages are all in their own accounts. So they know they're not under. They know they're under 18. But all they have to hit is basically when it pops up on Lazo's iPad. It basically shows when he clicks on my video. It basically shows a thing before it goes black, and it says this video is for people not suitable for children under a certain age. And if he hits and it basically asks, are you a suitable age? You hit yes or no. If he hits yes, he can actually go and see the video. So YouTube aren't really doing, they're upholding the end of their bargain for all intents and purposes when children come in and actually see your actual shit. That's simply how that works. So YouTube is trying to weasel their way out of a lot of shit.
Yeah, I made sure.
And being lazy about it.
Sneaky.
Yeah,
because if my children can still click on my videos, there's a problem.
Yeah, every video I upload is automatically set up within the YouTube Creator Studio, so I don't have to worry about doing it for every single video. And I made sure, and I went back to all my videos over the past 14 months since I got serious about it, and just made sure, no, it's not for kids. No, it's not for kids. There's certain YouTube content creators now that are literally putting disclaimers up before their videos now, just to make sure that extra. But they don't look at that stuff. All they care about is, are you making fun of people? Are you bullying? Yeah. You know, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really.
So-
YouTube doesn't really, because at the end of the day, YouTube
But yeah,
doesn't really
the
care about
algorithm is
kids
just
at all.
goofy, man. The way they got this
Well,
thing
no.
so set up, it's
Yeah, it's goofy
It's like
as hell.
it's
But
kind of like
the sad part about that, they don't
like
they don't
how
care.
SNL
They
like
don't care
slowly
about.
became
it's just
not
insane,
self-aware.
man.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't care about children in the least bit. They basically
Yeah,
use
exactly.
that as a
Thank you.
kind of like the
care
kind of like the
about
spread of
info.
Thornburg thing. They basically use it as a big ass shield, basically, to say we love the kids. Like they Trick Daddy, we love the kids. No, they don't.
Oh
No,
God.
they
Greta
don't.
Thunberg, you said.
Trick that.
They're like
Greta
the
Thunberg,
mob
yeah, they're
boss
basically just like the
throwing
left,
candy
just
just like
canes
the
out.
left user,
I just
just like
imagine
the
her
left user as a
face.
shield. They basically, yeah, they let's just as the left user as a damn shield. They basically did the same. They basically do the same damn thing. But yeah, it's like
I just imagined her
you're
face
going to get
back in
smacked.
the-
Trust me, you're going to get smacked with various things because the sad part about that is even still, I still get smacked with random things. I just don't talk about it like other people. And I always have my children argue it down
Yeah.
for me, like, "Oh, look, Daddy got one of those. Talia, handle that, please. Be professional. Handle that." And usually it's cleared up by lunchtime. That's when my daughter handles it.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, no, I like that.
He's trying to hide the joint, like as if people aren't going to smell it.
Hmm.
He's in a closet smoking a joint. This is the movie, man. I'm telling you, you got to go watch this shit.
All right, Sydney Reefer
It's
Madness.
confusing, man. The way
Oh,
it works
Reefer
here on
Madness.
YouTube.
Yeah.
That's why I make sure, man. When it comes to like the content I upload, I try to mix it up and I jump between subjects. Like I go into the less lethal sector of my content, then I'll go into the big cow sector, and I'll bounce over here and bounce over there because it's just you got to be real careful, man. They'll flag you for anything these days, even if it doesn't sound right. I mean, they'll flag you for having a beer fart. It's ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah. That's why the mute button is good. Learn to use the mute button. Don't get caught ripping ass on stream. That would not be good.
Yeah.
Somebody even came on the stream and tried to like do a piss note or like do some piss noises. I was like, all right, don't. I was like, don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. Because they be taking people off for the craziest stuff.
That's ridiculous.
As you hear
can't
something in the
have fun
background
anymore. I
that
mean,
can't really
I mean, look at today. I'm not surprised that my Aunt Jemima upload that I just did today won't get, flagged for racism. Ridiculous. It's going to become this dry, stale, boring platform where like you can't even have fun no more. I'm not saying to be like a dick and go out there and start, picking on people, but you can't even have fun anymore here on YouTube. It's ridiculous.
Oh no, you can't. You definitely can. Shoot. Hell, one of the episodes of my cartoon, I actually got flagged for bullying.
When I do live streams, I'm gonna have it go to all of my channels, all at the same time. So if those fuckers pull me down, I'll still be going on somewhere else.
Yeah, like the sad part about that is like, yeah, I've actually done it where it's one of those things where, well, the sad part about that on StreamYards, I don't think it connects to BitChute or brand new Tube yet. Basically, they got other sites like your face. Let me double check. They got Facebook and they got several other sites.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what their options are. I'm about to find out right now. My account. Oh no! Wait here. Destinations. Here we go.
Yeah.
Destinations.
I don't want to go.
Add a destination. Here we go. Here they go. They got Facebook. They got LinkedIn. They got YouTube. They got Periscope. They got custom RTMP, and they got Twitch.
Yeah, so you would use the custom one.
Yeah, you would use a custom one for that. Yeah, but I don't think it actually connects to those ones because I've actually tried.
Well,
that.
you'd have to do it from the other side, probably.
Yeah, probably.
You'd have to find out what the link would be, and then you'd put it over there.
Yeah, but apparently it's not working though. When I actually tried it,
You don't even. There's other ways to do this though too.
What's it called? What's the one that actually lets you live stream on it? The one that looks like Facebook. What the fuck is it called?
there's all kinds of ways to do this. I mean, you could go on Discord and have a thing where you're all talking in a room and just use OBS and fucking stream it wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you can do. That's easy. I can do that. That's easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many ways to do this.
Yeah, but I had a problem with trying to put it on maybe that one site. Shit.
Only one of us has to figure it out, and then we just tell all the rest.
Yeah, basically. Somebody hurry up and figure that shit out.
That's how that works.
What's it called?
Basically, that's how that works for all
what
intents.
What the hell is the name of that other site? It's BitTubers. That's what it is. BitTubers. I tried to hook up my BitTubers.
YouTube live. I got YouTube live streaming now enabled on my channel, and it's bizarre that I can't have live streams like with us four in it, for example. I can only use a personal live stream. I don't understand why I can't link up with anybody else. Like with UTO.
That's because they got rid of Hangouts. That's why they got rid of Hangouts. They got rid of Hangouts. That's why they got rid of Hangouts.
Doing it on YouTube.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, they got rid of Google Hangouts. That's why you can't do it. Because back in the day, we used to use Google Hangouts and have like 10 people in there.
Yeah.
But when they got rid of Google Hangouts, we couldn't do that no more. So StreamYards was the next best bet, and along with a couple other platforms like StreamYards and stuff like that was the next best bet.
Mm-hmm. I'll fucking live stream a goddamn ICQ chat if I fucking have to.
Shit,
I'll get the goddamn info out there. I'll fucking do it.
Give me 3 hours, and I'll override the whole entire I'll override the whole entire QVC channel and be live streaming from the QVC channel.
My bed is calling me.
We're about to call this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm about to go have a good night.
Everybody do their outro.
Stream. Yeah, if you Mega Man, you want to do your outro? If you're
definitely come check me out, Mega Man. I will put the link in the chat so that you guys can come on by. I do a lot of less lethal stuff on my channel. I like to talk about politics. I'm pro-2A, pro-conservative, pro-manosphere, pro-MGTOW. Thank you very much. Like always, Tico Trend, you are the man. And to the rest of the fellas, God bless.
I wasn't going to say all that now. God bless. Candy, you want to do your outro?
I'm fucking pissed off. Go look at that movie.
We will. Trust me, I will. Right after this is over.
You're going to laugh. I'm telling you.
I'm going to go watch it right after I'm done with this lovely live stream.
That's all I gotta say,
I'm fucking
man.
and I'm about to go watch Reefer Map.
I've been slowly pumping my website.
You're about to do
the entire
what?
time we've been in here, so it's good.
And I'm about to go watch the movie. Is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go watch Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness.
No, watch the other one. Watch the one that I made.
Oh, not another Maytime movie. I will also watch that one.
Watch that one first.
Watch that one first.
I'm telling
you,
I don't
want to
want people to watch it.
He wants it. No, I did. Okay, now you're asking me. They're asking too much.
I can watch one and watch the other one tomorrow.
I can watch half of one.
Take that fucking Avatar off.
No, he didn't. Wow.
Damn.
Go watch the fucking movie.
Savage. I'm glad he didn't do my Avatar shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not yet.
The power of hitting compels.
That'd be funny. I get like a message from Susan Wojcicki on YouTube. We gave you a copyright strike for your Avatar. I was like, oh, fuck you, Hayden.
And you're like, it's just the algorithm. It's just the algorithm, Chico. Relax. It's just the algorithm.
Yeah, my ass, it was hidden.
It's just the algorithm.
It's just a baby
bot.
Yeah, it doesn't know shit yet.
Yeah, this is the best.
Like him, I swear to
catch.
God, if you gave me a copyright strike for my damn logo, we go on box. He's sitting there laughing in his live. He's sitting there laughing in Discord at me and shit. I was like, I know you did it, you fucker.
It's a trap.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, this is the best place to catch any of the people who are on this panel, or even the people that you see on the chat. Also, their channels. Go subscribe to their channels, but they live streams will be primarily here. Is where we'll have the live streams.
Yeah, because I know I'm probably gonna get fucking booted from the platform soon enough. So
you're not gonna get booted.
You're not gonna get booted.
They're not gonna boot you.
They're not gonna get booted.
They're not gonna boot you.
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
Hidden, you're not going to get booted.
You'll be
You're not going to get
fine.
You
booted.
watch.
So I'll sit up and
That's
argue
not-
like it's. I'll sit up there
I'm
and
not
argue like
saying
it's my
they're-
channel. You're not going to get booted.
I'm not saying they want to do
If
it
he
right
goes
now,
here,
but they're
we're
going
all
to.
good. Believe me.
Yeah,
When
trust
done,
me.
they're gonna
If I'm still
definitely
here,
fucking
you're
boot me.
fine.
Hitting just
Yeah,
If he
trust
goes
me.
here,
If
you're
I'm,
good.
yeah, trust me. I done said a lot of crazy. I actually threatened to burn down somebody's house in a live stream once.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying
Burning
Yeah.
down.
If
All
I'm still here, you're fine.
I'm gonna see how far I can go with this.
No, don't go. Just don't push the envelope. Be yourself. Don't be trying to push the envelope now.
Yeah, but you don't know about me.
And send me a prompt.
This guy.
Send me a prompt of that appeal before you send it, because you gotta make sure it's very loyal.
Yeah. We
I
gonna make sure.
told
We gonna
you
make
I'm
sure you
not
ain't.
fucking appealing it. They can eat that shit, man. I'm going to go around them.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying, just in case. Before you try to send that something crazy, I want
First
you to
of all,
write
I'm
it
going to do a
professionally.
live stream, and
He's
I'm going
about
to
to-
fucking
he's about
play
to-
that video
he's
during
about
the
to-
live stream.
He's about to
And
go
I'm gonna talk-
I
cohabit.
did it once. That's
He's
always
about
the
to
best way to do it, especially
cohabitate
on
with
Discord.
So they're
You
going to
know,
play
I
that
mean, you're not
fucking
not
video.
Discord. You know how to do it on you know how to do it on StreamYards and still have the
I can
sound
do
in
it
there.
all over the place. Yeah,
Okay.
I went and figured it out. That's how I did
Okay.
my intro music, so that I could
Oh,
talk.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I learned you have to get
Oh, nice.
you have to get a program that runs the sound from your sound card into StreamYard.
Well, no, you don't actually have to do that. All you have to do is basically when you actually pick up a screen. Basically, what happens is a good example of this. We'll play. Matter of fact, I'll just view this lovely live stream.
I tried to do it the first time and it didn't work.
Like you
Because
play this.
it wasn't set up properly. I had to go and get an audio mixer program.
If you do it I do it off the actual window that I'm actually in now, the first window, because usually it doesn't work in my favor when I do it off of Google Chrome. But typically I do that, and I'll do this.
Bye,
Bye. And we're going to pull that up
later.
And we're going to do this. And we're going to
watch
play.
that movie, you fucker. I'm telling you.
Take the sound off. And we're going to
watch
play.
that movie, you fucker. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Take the sound off. And we're going to
watch
play.
that movie, you fucker. Yeah.
Take the
Say
sound
it
off.
100 times. Watch that movie, you fucker. Yes.
Take the
Say
sound
it
off.
100 times. Watch that movie, you fucker. Yes.
Take the sound off.
Oh my lord.
Say it 100 times. Watch that movie, you fucker. Yes.
Take the sound off.
It's like the Twilight Zone, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
See? Mine doesn't do that because I got an audio program in between.
Well, I have one in mine too, but the sad part about that
I
is
have
doing
an
that
audio
now.
box.
But normally,
They want you to do it through an audio box. They want you to plug a mic into an audio box and then have the sound from your sound card. It's a bunch of bullshit. But then they have these ones that it's just an app. So I'm using that. You run your mic.
I'll play my favorite guy.
Instead of your sound card, you're using that app to do your sound, and it takes your sound card and your mic and puts them together so that whenever you take a window and put it in, the sound automatically goes on, and it's got its own mixer and everything. I'm telling you, I'm going high tech. I got 2 monitors going. That's how you set all that shit up. Makes it so that you can control the whole show, have like theme music, have video come up when you want it to and shit. Real quick.
That's what I'm doing right now. I got the big screen with you guys on it. I'm doing all the audio through my phone.
I am crazy like Kanye West.
Yes, the president. I ain't never made a decision only based off my color.
Kanye West, you may not have made a decision based on your color, but my grandmother have. She would kick your ass.
When I first started, it wouldn't do that for me. It wouldn't play the audio.
Real equipment. She don't play that shit.
That's slavery. Mental slavery.
Having people tell you who like you and who you should and should not like, that is mental slavery. And I was enslaved for 42 years because I was told that white people was racist. And believing what niggas
That's
told
not all
me,
you was told.
had me enslaved mentally, believing I couldn't do any motherfucking better. And now I know Kanye West is not crazy. That nigga is just brave, because you have to have heart to not give a fuck what other people think and to speak your mind on how you feel. Trust me, I'm going through the same thing.
He's a thinker that has apparently thought this through and told himself that despite his handling.
Yeah. So it's actually not hard to do. It's really not hard to do. I mean, all you got to do is basically say you click the checkbox for sound.
Yeah, but it didn't have a checkbox. That's what I'm trying to say.
It didn't have a checkbox for you? You
No.
doing something wrong, Negro.
No, because it just wasn't set up that way.
I know I'm messing
I
with you.
just set it up the way it was, and it didn't work. So I went and looked to see how to do it, and you get this mixer program.
Well, I know if you go to Google, if you go to the Chrome one, or if you go to some of the other ones, it won't give you sound. But if you go directly to the page that you're actually on and just pull up another tab and go from there and then hit the sound, well, sometimes the one does work that way and sometimes it doesn't. But if you go right behind the page like I'm actually on that I showed you, the tab right behind that one, and you pull it up, it'll actually play the sound all the time.
See,
every now and again you'll get that loop
is,
thing, but all the time
I'm triple VPN'd. Like when I say I'm hidden, I'm not joking. Like I got a VPN on the browser, VPN on my computer, VPN on my router, VPN. It's all VPN.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, because it's one of those things where VPNs are nice to have because it pretty much scatters everybody, especially because I was telling.
So that's why I can't do it that way. The whole sound thing.
Because like the neat thing about it, this is typically why I have that third monitor, so I can actually view everybody, the security system that I lay over StreamYards. It basically has a VPN for every single cell on StreamYards. So if there's 10 people on a stream, there's 10 VPNs flying all over the place. So when somebody is
the ones
like
for myself.
Yeah, but so like when you're in my stream, basically, like a good example
that's another one that's on there is the one you give me.
Yeah. So like the sad part about that, so let's just say like a good example, you might be in a cell that says you're in India for all everybody knows. So if somebody tries to come and hack you, you're in India. Like Mega Man, I think it said last time I looked at Mega Man before he jumped, he was actually in China. But yeah,
that's the thing.
Pretty much
that's the one that you set up, and then if they were able to get past that and figure out that that's not really where it was coming from, they'd hit one of my VPNs that said I was in Montreal, and then they'd hit another one.
Well, no, because you still got to get past the fact that I actually do my live streams remotely.
This is it.
No, because the computer that I actually use for the live streams and where I actually do it from is two totally different places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's remotely done. And the sad part about that is like the one time I was telling somebody, I actually explained it in the live stream, like the computer that the computer that I use to actually run live streams remotely is a good example. We'll say the computer's in Florida. Okay, cool. That's where all the live streams are ran through, this, that, and the other. However, the laptop that I'm actually using would be in Mexico. Okay, cool. That's remotely done. Now, the cell phone that's connected to that laptop is actually in another state or country. And that's simply how it works. So it's like there's a VPN for each of those too. So therefore, when they actually go through, not only are they running through the VPN security, they're running through the VPN for the cell phone, the VPN for the laptop, and the VPN for the actual computer. So there's actually more than just the one on the actual security system. So you're not only are you in China, you're in Mexico, you're in Florida, and you're also in another state.
And then the four that I've got going.
Yeah, so you're pretty much good.
That's what I'm saying. I roll like that myself. So when I say I'm hidden, I'm fucking hidden. People in my life don't even know I'm on YouTube.
Oh, good Lord, this guy. Well, obviously, duh. Like you don't want people to know, so they won't be knocking on your door. Did you write this shit? Did you put this video up here? You should be ashamed of yourself. You're gonna make your mama go to the early grave. I remember I heard that from somebody. What if you send your mom to early grave? She's already dead. Like, you're a bit late. Like you're a bit late. Sorry.
Send her to an early reincarnation.
Right.
It's like, okay, I've had enough watching this. I need to go back to Earth.
Yeah, literally. So like it's one of those things like she already did, so you get late. Don't scare me with a good time.
If anybody's going anywhere, I'm going to bed, boys.
Yeah, I'm about to call this live stream because I'm holding people hostage now. But y'all have a good night. Be blessed and be good to yourselves and treat yourselves, and always do good by yourselves, and always be willing to improve yourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. Take care of yourselves. Absolutely. Your body's your temple. Treat yourselves like milk. Do not spoil yourselves. Everybody have a good night and adios, my niggas.
And watch not another MGTOW movie.
And watch not another MGTOW movie because I'm going to hear about this. I'll say this all night. Did you tell him this, Tico? God,
Don't
yes, I
wanna
did,
know.
Hidden. Yes, I did.
Jokes.
Hidden would be in my DMs like, Tico, really? I'm like, oh, what did I do now, Hidden?
Let me see you comment on that shit.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you,
I
you
gonna
got a
like my video
cameo.
but didn't comment on it. You
His
know I liked your
cameos.
video, so you should know I don't have to comment on it. Well, you should comment on it. Okay, fine.
Tico was here.
Yeah, Tico was here. I actually put that on somebody's video once in the live stream comment section. Tico was here. And I left. I did that twice on people. There's 2 different people's live streams. Tico was here. Gone.
All right, man. Have a good night, everybody.
Y'all have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.